Yo, what's up, chat? Hello, hello. Good to see you guys. Good to see ya. How's it going? I see you, chat. Yo, yo. I just rolled out of bed a little while ago. Feeling a little. What's? Just call me a hobo, CK. Not a hobo. I am half awake though. I was doing a bit of programming earlier today. Progress is progress. Hell yeah. Ready to play some Noita today. It's good to see you guys. What's the plan for today? That's a great question. Oxful, that is a great question. Obviously we're playing Noita. But what kind of Noita are we playing? I would love to see a clone run or a Nan build run. Never seen either of those. I was kind of excited to try a Nan build yesterday, but it did get a close second place. So maybe we, you know, obviously there's only two things to vote for, but it was like 58% versus 42% in the voting. Do the run where you always hold the 99% Mimicium flask and the goal is to get no liquids in it. I can't remember who suggested it before. Maybe it was Synthetron. I do remember this one. It was a pretty wacky idea. I think we're just going to do a Nan build run. I think that's probably what we'll go for because we pretty much never do that. Probably been a year and a half since I ran one of those. Basically, what happens is you can take the circle of spells. So I'm pretty sure almost like any of these qualifies, and you can make it so that their speed I think is like it's so insanely fast that whenever you cast it, think of it where it goes normally whenever you cast like Circle of Stillness, there's a very clear visual of like a circle and you're like, hey, if stuff walks into that circle it will get hit with that effect. Well, if you attach a shit ton of speed to it, whenever you cast the Circle of Stillness or whatever circle, it will apply to everything on the screen instantly. Like we're talking about, you cast it, boom, everything's hit by it. And that can be kind of goofy stuff too. Like you could do a Circle of Transmog and you cast it and everything gets sheeped. That used to be more interesting, but then the devs just straight up added shit, what's that one called? This one right here, the one that mass sheeps, like mass polys everything, even including the player. This one would mass poly everything, but not the player. Isn't it even in the whole chunk? Yeah, I think it's like everything that's loaded in or some shit. It's mass, like it's a huge AOE around you. And what's nice about this is that you can also apply modifiers to the circle, right? So let's say that you did a Circle of Stillness, which is a freeze effect. So if an enemy walks into it, it would freeze them. Well, if you put enough speed on it, whenever you cast it, everything around just gets frozen. But you can also attach damage to that. So the moment that you cast it, everything gets hit by the freeze, but also like by like a lot of damage, and they'll just die. So you could just run around every time you cast it, boom, everything around is just dead. Do a Nan personal tentacler. Yeah, we could do that. Let's get to the build, and then from there we can just try out different stuff on it to just chill and goof around. Sound good? Does anybody know if any path modifiers, i.e. orbit, spiral, phasing, etc., work on the speed up circle? I don't know on that one. We can find out today. Latali says to tentacle, not a number, is dangerous because it wants to move all physics bodies, causing freezing. Oh, okay. Also, fly up or down are the only ones that can give you Nan speed. They don't cap speed multiplier. Okay, so we're limited to 2 spells. All right, let's go ahead. Let's jump into today's daily run. We are doing a Nan build, so let's say, let's see, we'll call it Noita Nan build 11 Orb Daily run.
Sweat.
Trying to decide if this is, yeah, we're just gonna do 11 Orb. It's just gonna be a chill day of adventures. Go ahead, Type exclamation mark yes if you think we're going to win. Type exclamation mark no if you think we're going to lose. Again, if you weren't here for the explanation, an NaN, not a number, which is, you know, the NaN build, basically just means you can take a circle of spell and you can make it so that it applies to everything around your character. And don't worry, when we get to it, we'll probably go in a deeper explanation and all that. But essentially, you can apply so much speed to these spells that it no longer is a small circle. It's instead a mass AoE. Just everything on the screen gets hit by whatever effect. So you could choose to do that with Circle of Vigor. It'll be a heal everything wand. You could choose to do it with Circle of Thunder. It'll be a huge, like, everything gets electrified kind of thing. There's all kinds of good stuff. That's the build we're going to be doing today. Daily run. Here we go. It's probably going to load us into the wrong daily. Is there a way to use the Saw spells? They're cool, but never used. The Saw blades? Yeah, they're okay. I mean, the problem is... Well, it depends. Which ones do you consider the Saw spells? Because there are some late game builds that actually utilize Omega Saw Blade in a pretty interesting way. If we get to the late game, we may be able to bust it out today. But yeah, you can actually use Omega Saw Blade with Nala and use it for digging. It's... Yeah, see, Latali says Nala Omega is a classic. I haven't used it in a while, so if you remind me as we beef up a little bit, I'll bust this out. But I guess whenever I first responded to your question, I was mainly thinking of this one right here, where you're like, hey, is there many disc projectile builds, you know, a good way to use them? And, I mean, there are some, but for the most part, people don't like to use a spell that can hurt yourself in the early game because you could potentially ruin your run. And then in the late game, if you bust it out, it's kind of like, I mean, slice damage is good. It does 20 slice damage, so that's not bad. It's just people end up using chainsaws because it's a lot easier to work with, and they do slice damage as well. But yeah, you could bust it out, but I just wouldn't recommend doing it early on because you'll end up regretting it most likely. All right, it loaded us into the wrong daily, so we got to click this again. Chat's said an explosive projectile saw blade because it just needs one, right? The explosive projectile... you just need one for it to work on the saw blade, something like that. Flum, okay, kind of a lame start, not my favorite. Yes. Is the single explosive projectile on the saw blade? Obviously, I know the saw blade itself, its damage is dangerous, but is the explosion also dangerous to the player for one explosive projectile? Yes, okay. I could. So that's the problem. I think that in that scenario, they should have the explosive projectile on the saw blade be... The explosion should be safe, but the saw blade, obviously itself, be dangerous. That would be the best way to have it. Tully says, yeah, and was saw blade really only one explosive projectile? It seems familiar. Again, though, the fact that it makes it dangerous to the player makes it where you're just like, oh, well. Screw it. Let's go. Ooh, this guy's got a wand. Hello, dude with a wand. What'd you have? Oh, he's got a spark bolt. Spark trigger. Nice. Let me... Spark trigger in the early game. Hell yeah. We got a thing sitting there. In fact, we could use the crystals for that. That way, we get some use out of them before we put them up. Also, we need to get rid of this flum. Scoop up some water. Assuming you had an equal chance to spawn in any remaining biome yesterday, your chance to not get an easy spawn location even once was somewhere around 2.8%. Nice. Nice. Oh, it dropped gold and I wasn't paying attention. Whoops. He got the vault though, didn't he? He calls it easy. That is true. We did get a vault spawn, which is one of the easier spawns, but the ones that are actually easy would be like a lake spawn and the one temple. Yeah, I guess it depends on which one we end up counting. Ow. Played a bit sloppy. Shotgun to the face. Torch, if we want to go for early art. I considered Sky Temple and Lake to be the easy spawns. Okay, so the ones that he counted were like the truly simple ones. What's a non-build? We'll see. We had to get to it there nonstop. It's a style of applying a goofy kind of interaction to one of the circle of spells. It's a mass AoE. Oop. Well, that guy just killed himself. We gotta get the build, and then I'll show you. How about that? Oop. Explosive projectile plus disc projectile is only one explosive projectile, and it is safe for the player. Don't remember that at all. Oh, it is safe. I didn't remember that at all either. Again, I don't know if I'd be busting out, but I guess in case of emergency, better than nothing. As I say, they should make that, because it's already so shit, and it's like, eh. Why not use the crystals to get 2 times gold? I mean, I may regret it. I don't think we'll have gold problems, but we'll see if when I reach the mountain, I'm like, why didn't I get more gold? I was a fool. Can you tell the library story for the new guys, Dunk? Which one is the library story? I mean, I worked there for like a decade, so there are many library stories. The spider story? That did not happen in a library, damn it. Dunk was caught pissing in the bookshelves. What? Now you're just lying. The one where you were jorking it in front of the library computer. First off, I don't think you paid attention to the story because I was not the one. How you managed to get there on time? I mean, honestly, I was late all the time. I got in trouble on several occasions. Like, hey, stop showing up late. Get on time. I'm like, yes, I will do better. Show up late the next day. Dunk was a librarian? I mean, kind of. To have like the official title of librarian, usually, well, I guess it depends where you're at. If you're like at a public library, I guess it isn't so isn't as complicated as that. But at a university, usually these are the people who are not just the people like checking out the books to you. Those are just like, you know, people working the front desk. The librarians are the ones that are helping you do like deep dives into like whatever books you're looking for research and all that crap, which I that was like the one role I never really had to do. I never had to like, you know, sit down with students and stuff. That was for some other peeps. I've done like the checking out of books. I've done like the shelving. I've done actually a lot of libraries these days are kind of like computer labs. That's like the modern day library. So if you're working there, you are doing a lot of tech troubleshooting. And so I did that. In fact, I did that one for a very long time. When I worked at a university, because I was just a student worker, the 3D printers were actually a pretty new thing. It was like, oh shit, 3D printers. And they gave that to us working around like the computers and stuff. They're like, hey, you know, figure out how the 3D printer works so you students can use it for printing. And that was a fun process. I hated 3D printers for a long time after that. I hear they've gotten a lot better now. I haven't used a 3D printer in like a decade, but in the early days of 3D printing, it was a nightmare to work with. God help anyone that got tech advice from Dunk. It wasn't like, I mean, yeah, I'm definitely not the tech guy, but their tech advice is like, hey, I'm in power, because they're students, right? Like, hey, I'm in PowerPoint, and this, how do I do this? And I'd be like, give me a moment, I'll help you out. Then I would Google the exact thing they just said to me, watch like a 1 minute like tutorial, and then I'd go and be like, all right, here's how you do it. And they're like, oh, thank you so much. I'd be like, what I do? I know everything. Googling is a skill. Yeah, that was literally what I did every day for years. You just would Google whatever they'd ask. Because it was usually kind of like obscure questions, but over time you've Googled so many things that you're pretty much like, you know, working off that that past Google knowledge. Because people like what'll happen is students come in waves and they all have the same project and they all will end up needing to achieve like the same goal. So yeah, maybe like the first couple students are like having to Google whatever that for some reason like a professor will have some weird settings that they wanted for the PowerPoint. You're like, what the fuck is this shit? So you have to Google it, then you figure it out. But then you end up answering that same question for another like 100 students throughout like the next weeks as people slowly do their project. Which that part wasn't bad. What sucked though was that some people had tech problems that weren't really like something that you could resolve. I remember specifically this one girl, she had like I think it was something to deal with like a video she had some big project, right? And it was on her thumb drive, but she didn't save it. I forget how it worked exactly, but basically she didn't save the actual core files that you were like editing and stuff. It was just like the shell of it. You don't actually have the core. So she was like, hey, I need help with this, blah, blah, blah. And then I was trying to explain to her, like, you don't have the actual content. This is just like the outline. You still have to have the original files for this to work for your project. And she's like, but that computer got wiped. And I was like, she's like, is there anything I can do? I was just like, I don't know. And she just started crying, and I remember that kind of stuff happened all the time. But that usually they got like emotional, but hers was like a thing that was due that day. And I just remember her crying and being like, "I am so sorry." You're just like feel so bad because it's like you're like telling them like you are screwed. Like unless your professor is really nice, you are fucked.
Dunk gave a firm yet gentle hand to each and every person who needed assistance, and he left everyone satisfied.
Yes, yes. So yeah, being the bearer of bad news for moments like that, which that part sucked. Nowadays, you could definitely use a recovery program. Well, the thing was, it's not like that. It was like, hey, I made this thing on a separate computer in a different state for whatever reason. Because there's like because people are working on like these big projects. They're usually working on it for like the entire semester, and then it's time to turn it in at the end. And some of them don't know how to like export whatever they're working on properly, and they'll save like the project file. Again, different software works in different ways, but I just remember whatever it was, the software she was working at was like, oh, this is like the project file. It's not actually like you didn't actually export it. And then it was just, and then the realization as like she was fucked, and then started crying, and I was like, I am so sorry, you're screwed. Dude, being a doctor must... Oh my god, like I can't imagine having that role as like already being a doctor obviously would be insanely difficult, but then to have to be like the person to break that level of bad news. I'm not built for that shit. I had a hard enough time telling people, yeah, you're fucked, you're gonna fail this class. Much less telling them some life-changing shit. I had somebody bring in a shortcut file to turn in. Yes, it was exactly stuff like that where you're just like, this isn't the actual file. Like, this is just a shortcut, or this is just, this is an image. This is not actually the file. Being a doctor, you will receive training to bring bad news. Mentally, I'm not ready for that in life. I wasn't cut out to be a doctor. I was cut out to be a man-child playing video games, hanging with you guys. We'll leave the hard work to the Giga Chads out there. Oh, come on. Fire, dude. This is where you want to have the crystals so that you can just throw them down there on them. Health is not great. And I missed. Twice. Oh no, I got that one. Trying to not die. So there is a torch spell that we could use to get the hidden heart, but I don't know if I'm going to go out of my way to do that. Actually, we have not gathered a single heart, have we, during all this? I just realized that. We didn't even grab the orb. Oh boy. Would you rather have the ability to eat anything and never get sick, or the ability to shoot spark bolts from your nose? I already can shoot spark bolts from my nose. There's a little bit of a mucusy spark bolt, but still. Purple snot. Trust me, it's healthy. It's fine. Definitely don't need medical help. Real quickly, I wanted to walk back to grab the orb so I can at least get 25 health from that, because I kind of was playing sloppy. Alright, we got the 25 health there. Let's move on to the Holy Mountain. Bets are about to be closing. Remember, this is a NAND build, not a number. Essentially, what will happen is we have to... this is a legitimate build that some people run regularly. Some psychos out there. But it is a good build. Essentially, you're making it so that simple spells like the Circle of Thunder. This is normally a small circle that whenever you cast it, it's pretty obvious where it is. You can actually apply so much speed to that circle that whenever you cast it, it actually applies to the entire screen. Everything around you gets hit with the effect, and you can use this method to kill stuff. You can literally, so imagine you're sitting here and there's just enemies all over, and you cast one time and everything on the screen just dies. That's pretty much what a Nan build can do, what it's capable of. That's what our goal is for today. You'll see, don't worry, we'll break it down as we get there, as we get closer to the build. There's no reason to go yapping about it. Let's just go build it. Let's make it happen. An annihilation spell, that's the goal. Kind of like the destruction spell, yeah. All right, everybody's in. I see you guys hopping in the last second. There will be no reopens. There will be no reopens, so get your ass in right now. Actually, we're kind of in a questionable spot right now. 33 HP, maybe I don't even grab the heal, maybe I risk it a little bit, I don't know. Remember, this is the daily run. This is the daily run that we're on right now. Is this a safe bet? Gaseous, free +1, my friend. Free +1 by typing yes. Can you close it, then reopen? You guys are like, you know, like the memes with like cats, like when people have like pets, like cats and dogs and stuff, and they'll, yeah, I can remember all the time my dog, as a kid girl, she'd always like would knock at the door, like, because that's how she would let you know when she wanted in and out. She would like walk in, she would knock, and you would open it for her, and sometimes she'd just look at you. Then you would close it, and she'd knock again. That's you guys with the opening the bets. Open the bet. I open it up. They don't place the bet. I close the bet. They're like, open it up. I'm like, no, no, you piece of shit. Chad is cats confirmed. It's not only cats. My actually both my dogs growing up as kids. So I had like a childhood pet for like her name was Skipper. Had her for about like 14 years, and she used to do that all the time. Like basically it just meant like she was bored. Like when she was bored, she like would knock on the door. She'd walk up the door, just go psh, and you're just like, oh, she wants out. You'd open it, and she'd just look at you. I'd be like, hey, and then she would like make her like a face. And I'm like, go. And she'd look at me. Then I'd close it. I'm like, all right. Turn to walk away. And then I'd hear her paw go, psh. I would turn around and be like, no, no. And then, so I thought that was like part of her personality. Just like, you know, just wanting attention, you know? And then we got another dog. That's after she passed years later. We had another dog, and her name's Scout. You guys have seen her before. She does the same thing. She does the same thing, but hers is usually more like aggressive. Like she just leaps into the door. She like flings herself at it. And then when you open it up, she just looks at you like, yo. Animals just like to fuck with you. I find it's like whenever if I'm like talking or whatever, or there's like a conversation going on and she feels like she's not getting attention, that's whenever Scout does it the most. If you're like, you know, actively petting on her, talking or whatever, she doesn't do it. But if you're like kind of ignoring her, then she walks over and like, you know, throws herself at the door. Pay attention to me. They're letting the ghosts in. Dude, I hate that. That's one of the things that's bad about pets. And I remember having with both cats and dogs where they'll be they'd be looking down like a hallway or whatever, and all of a sudden they act like they just saw something, and you're like home alone just with like your you know, your family pet, and you're like, what did you just react to? You look in the hallway and you're like, what the fuck? I hate that shit. What did you see? Better the animals that react to things you don't see than the ones that start standing up and staring at you. Wait, what, is just like staring directly at you? You're like, what do you want? Why are you looking at me? Are you going to get some Indian food to go with your naan, or it'll just be plain naan? Okay. It's not a number, damn it. It's not bread. All right, we're going. It's go time. Ooh. Early chainsaw to go with my early spark bolts. Ooh, extra health. Nice. All right, so that means... grab one of these. That means that we should grab the heal. Do not grab the health yet. We'll grab it in a bit. Because whenever you pick it up, you gain 50% extra maximum health. So let's go get some more health before we pick it up. And we're also going to poly ourselves. Hopefully there's no enemies nearby. I'm going to stand right on the corner. Oh no, I failed. Right on the edge. There you go.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
Holy shit, was this wand crazy? Oh no. Pfft. Thought I saw some crazy sparks going off of it, but it was just the basic shit. For some reason I thought it was nukes for a moment. Yeah, it could have killed me, that is true. It like, I could have applied the personal fireball thrower, which would have been pretty rough, but it wasn't nukes. Ooh, this is great.
I really wish you guys could see this
Great
guy right now. He is
find.
drenched in sweat.
So, orbs, it doesn't matter if it's orb timer or orb trigger or just regular orbs, they're one of the greatest early game digging spells that you can find. What is that? What is that right there? Oh, it's just grass. For some reason, I thought it was the green fungus for a moment. I was like, what?
Oh, I really wish.
Never seen grass. It looked kind of like the fungus. It looked like it. I thought I saw it growing, and the grass doesn't grow, but the fungus does. We're gonna use the tablet, do a little tablet surfing. Oops, that was my bad on that one. So let's see if I can. Yeah, there we go. And then we're going to poly ourselves so that the mountain does not collapse. It doesn't know because we are a sheep. There we go. Now we have this for some great digging early on. Do you still remember the number of pulses before you turn back into Mina? 4. No, I don't at all. I remember the quiz, though, you asking that question, and I was like... fucking clueless. Your wand is pulsing. Keep your pants on, chat. Oh, look, there's a circle of... Yay! We already are starting... This one's kind of one of the more annoying ones to have. Well, that's fine. At least it's something. It does have friendly fire. Can be a bit scary. But it'll work, damn it. It'll work for at least showing the effect. I don't know if we want to apply the damage part to that. We have to hold off on the actual murdering. Actually killing with it. It's not quite shop time. You're jumping the gun. Alright, let's try this. Free him. Oh no. Damn it, he's got pheromone on him now. Wasn't there a berserkium that he threw? Yes. Alright. When he has the pheromone effect, you'd like to get the berserkium effect on your own character. That way it'll keep him throwing out. Oh, there we go. There we go. Got the teleportatium from him. He helped you and you killed him. You know, he was too dangerous. I couldn't leave him alive. Wait, why is that acid not... Come on. Stir. Stir.
Dunk, do you have any interest in international travel? Where would you go? Also cat KISS chat cat KISS.
What's up, Tito? Yeah, I've never been anywhere outside the U.S. Honestly, haven't even been to a lot of the places in the U.S. But yeah, I would like someday to do it. But kind of something I have to be financially prepared for, which I am definitely not. But where I'd like to go, I mean, there's a lot of places. Be cool to see Australia, France, Italy, Germany. A little bit of Japan, you know. Hey, it's not because I'm a weeb, alright? It's not a weeb. So, yeah, it'd be a cool place to visit. I don't know, there's a lot of places that I would like to visit. I mean, I don't know how I would choose. If, like, all of a sudden, magically, I just had the money and time to go visit a place, I have no idea how I would make that decision. I'd have paralysis. I'd be like, there's so many places. You know what I would do? I would look up which country has the best food. Well, and they would say USA, and I'd be like, which country has the second best food? And that's where I'm going. So you will definitely not visit the UK? have heard they're not known for their foods. Ooh, buddy. Cast that, grab that. I don't know. I feel like it'd be fun to go with like a group of peeps though. I'm not really the kind to, you know, like go solo or just like me and like my girlfriend or some shit. I would like to go with like, I don't know, a couple peeps. Ooh, look at this. The fly downwards is normally one of those spells that you just ignore, right? You're just like, whatever. But fly downwards or fly upwards, these have a very special role today. These are the only two spells in the game, fly downwards and fly upwards, that can allow a spell to reach, or allow the circle of spells apparently to reach in status, not a number status. So this is huge. This is a big find for us. Let me put stuff up real quick. Go to Japan together. I was there last year after all. Dude, I think that would be fun to have like some just like, especially if somebody was already knowledgeable about it.
Which chatters would you go traveling with? You must answer.
3?
I will make life hell.
well, yeah, we're leaving Tito behind. Like abandoning Tito. But I think it'd be cool to have like either somebody who's knowledgeable or I'm not really the kind to like plan super well. I know it's gonna come as a shock to you. So having somebody that's more like planning oriented in the group would be nice. Definitely somebody that actually knows their north from their south. Hey, what are you trying to say? How dare you? I can't remember if there was a lava mountain above me. I think there was. So let's not risk that. We could tell you in, but if there's a lava mountain above, I don't want to risk that. As someone who's tried to plan shit with Dunk, do not fall for it, chat. What? What? Don't fall for it. There's no falling for anything. Show off using buoyancy to steal spells. Could, but there's nothing really to steal. It's all garbage. Who wants some garbage? I actually ended up picking up all the random stuff on the ground. Oh, no, no, come back, come back. Come on. There you go. They all lose their price tags whenever you carry them out the mountain. And so you can grab them for free. But I really did not want any of those spells anyways. So this is huge, and this is huge. At this point, all we need is, I think, some divide buys and stuff, and we can already build the not a number. In fact, let me see how many it needs. Fly upwards, fly downwards. Those are both going to have it. If a sufficiently large speed modification is applied within a single frame, the speed will be set to 0 or not a number, rather than the normal speed cap for that projectile. With enough modifiers applied to Circle of Fervor or similar spells, or to Expiration Trigger holding them as payloads, these circles will be deployed at not a number. Coordinates due to reaching infinite speed. Fields at these locations behave strangely, applying some or all of their built-in effects and modifiers to all enemies or even other entities without a limit on the range. This one says something about divide by 2 and divide by 10, so I'm not sure how many. But essentially what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go get some divide buys. We're going to apply the divide buys to the fly upwards, or wait, which one do we have? We have fly downwards, and then have the circle of buoyancy there, and it will do a huge circle of buoyancy that everything is going to be, you know, lifted around and stuff. So we have great stuff. We just need to find a non-shuffle wand to really make it, you know, all come together. But we are looking really good right now. If only there was somewhere to get non-shuffle wands. I'm heading to the fungal area right now. And yes, the fungal zone is a zone where if a wand spawns on a pedestal, it has to be a non-shuffle. The fungal is magical like that. Now, if it drops out of a chest, it can be a shuffle wand. But if it's on a pedestal, we know it's non-shuffle.
You guys can see this guy right.
Why do you think they did that? To make the fungal area worth the extra danger. Because it's more volatile. It's the likelihood of getting Noita is higher than you know, a lot of other zones. They were like, hey, let's balance it out a little bit and make it so that there's non-shuffle wands. Alright, hold on. Oh, ooh, got lots of swappers here. There you go. There is a non-shuffle. I should have swapped that to there. Oh well. I guess we could use this concentrated mana to melt into this, because remember, concentrated mana does melt the steel. Oh, concentrated mana is pouring down on the robot, or it was. And it does melt that guy as well. Don't need those. Crit on water. Maybe. Or build later with the not a number may make use of that. Dealing with all these enemies. They're jumping all over. Oh, there's a player ghost right there. That could... Ooh, is a swapper with the player ghost? That's a recipe for disaster. Swapper, player ghost, telemage. What dreams are made out of. Oh shit, oh shit. The reason we have to be super scared of him is we don't know what modifiers are on that wand. And, oh. Shit, I want to grab this, but since it was a ghost wand, that means that you guys following along on the daily won't be able to have that wand as well. Because ghost wands are wands carried in from your past runs. And so, yeah, I won't use that one. Even though I would like to. Telly! Woo! We got Telly. Telly plus Nala, though. I know, I want to, but I also hate doing builds that people who are following along on today's daily, that if they, in case they're playing on their, like, they're also kind of walking along in the daily trying to follow along, then it would be an impossible thing for them to duplicate, because, well, it's specific to my game. Anything up here I should be seeing? Anything of interest? Oh, what the fuck? Huh. A wand just, like, stuck in the wall over there. Which could be awesome, but I don't have a black hole or anything to get my hands on it. What do you guys think of Spire? I know there's a lot of people that are watching the stream right now that are playing Slay the Spire. Chat's been hyping it up, saying that it is amazing. But I haven't played it myself. I never even played the first one. I let chat choose the variety games that I play, and Slay the Spire has always been up there on the list, but it's never won first place. Oh, there's a Mimic Potion. Unlucky. Oh, there's a wand down there too. So this wand's actually really good because it's a 10 capacity, so it's got 4 more capacity than this wand here, and its recharge time is actually slightly lower than this one, so it's a pretty big upgrade. I do want the triplicate bolts, kinda, but oh well. Oh goodness, this is also a really good find. We need that damage plus. Good news is I saved an extra orb timer up here, so we could just drop our main digging for now. Ooh. Oh, chainsaws. Look at that. That guy's shooting a wand, and it's got chainsaws on it. You can tell because of the sparks whenever it fires off. See it? Shooting sparks. The annoying thing is there's ambrosia over there. So that's going to make it kind of difficult to deal with. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. That actually... Oh, shit. Well, that was a crazy chain of events. Let me go heal up first.
That's a nice muscly throwing arm you got there.
Yeah, we're gonna back out slowly. Oh my god. Oh! Oh! The game tried to get me on that one. Really didn't get nearly as much HP as I was hoping for. And there's still more that I could grab from the area. Actually, you know what we'll do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna head down. We'll head down. Check what's in here. Short telly, nice. Check what's in there. Not so nice. Eh. Oh, I guess we'll be taking a melee immunity. That means we grab the heal here. I doubt we're gonna do anything with the mushrooms. They can be kind of goofy though, so we'll maybe hold on to one. Alright, so we're in an okay place right now. Went back up. We still haven't grabbed the first perk, but I do like what it offered. Where is the dude with the chainsaw? Oh, did he drown himself? Alright, there's the other chainsaws that we were looking for. There is some ambrosia. Alright, we cleared just about everything. Let me think. I have a plan. Actually, we'll just wait slightly. We'll just hold off on the plan just a little bit. We will... Because if we get black holes, it'll make things a lot easier. Move the chainsaws in there. Toss that down. Let's see what Snowy Depths has for us. Hopefully some HP. We could use some. Actually, I kind of don't want to deal with the recoil right now with the damage plus, but I still need it, so we'll just put that up there for now. Which is fine. Propane tank's kind of scary. A little scary. Why wrap? Yeah, there really is no reason to wrap right now, is there? Before we were wrapping because we needed the extra recharge reduction, not for the mana. But now it should not be necessary, so we could one frame it. Let's do that. Trash. Morning, looking real bald today. Bald? This is hair. This is hair, Solar. By the way, Solar, don't be surprised if I poke you in the next day or so asking some coding questions. You know me, always get a couple. Nothing too big of a deal. You just, you know, the normal stuff that you solve in like 10 minutes, and I'm like, this boy's a genius. Sure, feel free. My state is on fire. Oh god, wait, what's happening? I know you said that there was a pretty big drought going on. Is there legitimately a fire going down too now? Alright, so we... one frame it. Move that there, move that there. There we go. It's been going for like 2 months. Jesus. Oh yeah, I forgot when we talked. You said that something about the smoke bothering you. And I said smoke. You said there's fires. And then you also said something about the shortage of rain has led to power outages because of the hydro electricity stuff not producing. Hidden Hearts, thank you. How good that Dunk has again allowed Solar access to the internet from the coding dungeon. I sent him the other day. I sent him the image. He just said, laughing my ass off, what the fuck? And I said, I let him, in case he didn't notice, I made sure to tell him, explain to him how, you know, there was the whole leash with his name on it, and then if you follow the chain, it leads to him. So freaky. I knew he'd like it. I knew he'd be a fan. We're just gathering up some resources right now. Ooh, that was kind of a bad move by me. That was silly. And now our health bar is within the one-shot range of a propane tank. That is not what you want to see. But don't worry, I always have a backup plan, you know me. So you see how this wand has a slight glow to it? I mean, I'm not talking about the little particles shooting off of it, but the background has kind of a glow to it. That's supposed to, that apparently that doesn't happen on 100% of them, but wands that do have that glow, it means that they have an always cast. But always cast don't 100% have a glow. But if they do have a glow, there is a 100% chance as an always cast. I think that's how it goes, right? Something like that. What glow? Oh wait, am I delusional? Am I seeing things? Oh no, yeah, it's like a very, very slight glow. Kind of bluish, purplish glow to it. It's a rare wand glow, isn't it? Yes, it's a rare wand, but rare wands that have that glow, I think 100% of the time have always cast, so. It's a good way to know there is an always cast. Because sometimes an enemy picks it up and you're like, what? Should I be afraid of that wand? If it's glowing, I feel like it's extra scary. And 90% of the time, there's shit always cast. True, Tesla. True. Alright, go this way. We're going to head for the pathway back up. Oh, shit. Propane tank. Again, the propane tanks can insta us right now because we are below the explosion threshold. Like, it does 110 damage. So, gotta be kind of careful. Yeah, today hasn't been the most hearts that I've ever seen. Definitely been a kind of a short... Oh! I didn't almost just die. I know what you're talking about. Alright, what was your extra long message? I see that. You guys might not know this, but I played a character in the first season of the acclaimed American Horror Stories. What the hell is he talking about? Solar drunk. The Gimp? Is that what he's saying right now? What happened? I wasn't watching. A propane tank, I hit it and it just flew right back in my face. But luckily, it did like a full. First it did like kind of like a, I guess like a 180, and then went towards me, and then it did another 180 and went back the other direction. Can we have one day without careless play? Just one.
Really
it wasn't that careless. It was a minor mistake. We went up here real quick to slay some worms. Do a little bit of worm slaying. And the worms have worm blood. I know, shocking, right? Worms have worm blood, what? And with this worm blood, what we want to do is we drink it so that we can get wormy vision. And then with wormy vision, it allows you to see in the dark. I should have grabbed the pyramid heart, shouldn't I? It is kind of silly of me to not grab it. Fuck. Hold on, let me do that. The propane tank spell, different from the natural ones. It does 325 damage if I remember correctly. You are correct, but you got to remember that the player has a natural resistance to explosion. So the player actually only takes like, what is it, like 30-something% explosion damage. So then that's why you take that damage that it should do and you cut it in like a third. It's, yeah, that's all he says. So the player takes 35% explosion damage. It's 0.35, 9,000 hours, by the way. Listen, I don't use my brain to memorize every little number. I just know that it exists. I don't remember the specifics. A waste of knowledge, waste of space. I used all that space on important stuff like Dota 2. Actually has so much base resistance. I think they just found explosions to be so explosive, like so deadly, that they gave the player a high natural resistance. Oh my god. Well, that's kind of scary. I don't like that. You know what? It's probably faster to... So we hold off on grabbing this one, because this one right here is the, that one's the heal, the one above. This one adds 25 HP. So we grab this. We get the 25 HP. Then we run over here. We grab this. Read Veldak, they have a gift. Nutty has a gift for you. Oh god, is this the same thing as yesterday? He's talking about some degenerate shit. What am I about to witness right now? What gift for Dunk?
Dunk? This is for you. Oh no, it will take a moment actually.
Zim the cat. You should hang up posters in the background.
Smash.
What? What? Pause.
Smash.
What? Watch it, pussy? Hey, I was watching that.
I'm moist.
I think you meant for your eyes only.
You belong on a cross. Smash.
I need to misbehave.
Disgusting!
Vasha 1025. We didn't really
That's a
see
pretty sick shirt, actually, though. I do dig it. I dig it.
shirts.
All right, all right. Interesting. Okay, I didn't know where that was going for a moment. I did not know where that was going, but I got scared. I got real scared.
Cuff me moist, daddy.
We still don't really know. Well, he's got a "you got Noita" shirt, so I think he's saying I got Noita. But after what I heard yesterday, he had a clip that was pretty degenerate. I was kind of scared. All right, the weebs are muted. We can focus up. Nutty got everybody excited by stripping, and they started going wild. But now everything should be under control. Everybody's got their pants back on, hopefully. Having to wait on this boss real quick. Get this, and... Oh! Interesting. A little heart mage. You don't say. Heart right here, heart mage right there. I know where some ambrosia is. Greet it.
Do it.
I would never. I would never do such a thing. You're a god gamer, what could go wrong? You do bring up a very valid point. Very valid. But let's not risk it. Let's not risk it, you know? What is not a number? Basically just means like it's kind of like the equivalent of bugging it out. It to be freaks out, and it leads to kind of a cool interaction. We're gonna see it in just a little bit, actually. That's why I'm getting everything prepared for right now. In fact, let me throw one of these wands here. One thing I would like for the game is to have harder bosses. They are all kind of easy. It's weird because it's just the nature of Noita. Noita's not necessarily about, you know, like in a lot of these games, I feel like very like bullet hell. There's you have to dodge all these projectiles, all this. Noita's more about like understand the problem in front of you and come up with a solution. And once you have the solution, it's easy, right? So whenever you don't know what the problem is and you end up getting overwhelmed and dying, it feels very difficult. Once you're aware of the problem and you come up with a solution, it feels very easy. Like it goes from like one extreme to the other, I feel like. People playing blind are like, oh my god, this thing is so difficult. People who, after they understand the mechanics, oh my god, this is so easy. I don't know how you hit an in-between, because I feel like the alternative is to kind of do something that is not very Noita, which is where you know the problem, but even when you know the solution, it still is like a struggle. And it's not a very Noita-like thing. So I don't know, just the way the game is made, I don't have a good solution for that. It's hard to have a balanced boss in a game that allows for teleportation, cessation, and infinite damage. Exactly. It's a tricky thing, but I mean, it's the price you pay for the kind of game that Noita is, which is like a game that lets you go just creatively insane, and that creativity kind of can dumb down some of the boss fights because people come up with creative solutions. Noita is mostly a knowledge check. Exactly. It's like knowledge is king in Noita. Knowledge is king. The ambrosia, which is right here. So what I want to do is I don't necessarily need a ton of ambrosia.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this guy right now. He is drenched in sweat.
I just need enough.
I just got back from date night with the wife like a normie. Can you reopen
Thank you,
that
Aswit.
PLS?
Senpai, what? Don't you lie to me. Wait, got back from date night. If you just got back from date night, you have to be in like Australia or some shit, right? So the reason I went ahead and grabbed the extra health is because at this point our HP is about to shoot up like insane, and having this little bit of extra health helps me get another stack on my character, which lets me push my HP bar even higher. You drowning himself? Alright, there we go. Every time he hits us, it's going to half our health. Almost there. One more. Once we're under 10 HP, grab this, because once you're under 10, any more stacks are not going to have a effect on you. I wrote a guide for Zordak, but I think it drowned it out in the... Oh, thank you, Purdy. Let me pull it up 1 second, see where do we end at. We had 1,967 HP. This is great. We don't do the Heart Mage every day. Like, we do it whenever there's an easy setup for it. But this is going to be especially nice today because we're trying to rush and do the not a number build. So this will allow us to speed things up a little bit. Get thrice? Yes, good call. Good call. Very good call, actually. Let me... kind of want to hold on to that for fun stuff. We don't need the mushrooms. So now one of our biggest fears is that fire damage is going to hurt us pretty bad, because fire damage is percent HP, and 367 HP is actually not that much when you think about the percent of the whole, which is 1,967. So I still don't get what a not a number build is. You're about to see in a little bit, so don't worry. I've explained it many times, but the problem is whenever you're doing something just purely through verbal, it can be a little confusing, but we'll get a visual in just a little bit. Alright, so real quickly, we're going to sneak to the next mountain a little bit early. Another heart. Now the game will start giving us all kinds of HP. Now that we don't really need it. Alright. Got a deadly heal as well. Great stuff. Great stuff. You know what? Enemy radar could be kind of funny today. Because maybe we can get to the point where we cast our Nan build and all the dots just disappear. That could be kind of cool, right? So let's go ahead and get rid of our broken wand. Let's get everything set up. being a bit more reckless now that we have insane HP. There's no reason to be as cautious. Kind of just, ooh, I just jumped through that wall. No big deal. There is a speed up right there. And we toss this here. Ugh, what a lame repair. Alright, now what we're going to do is I'm actually going to bust out this concentrated light, and I'm going to attach the personal fireball thrower to it so that we can kill off the Alchemist and get some Greek letters. Oh. What the hell? Today's daily has got some flavor on it. Yesterday's daily was also badass. Somebody in the chat was saying, man, the dailies lately have been OP, and they are right. They have been popping off with these dailies. I refuse to believe dailies aren't filtered. I started playing them in late February, and so far every single one was too good to be just a random seed. As far as I know, they aren't, but I mean, it could be some kind of thing behind the scenes that we don't know about. How long does the build take to make? Not long. At this point, we just need divide buys. So what I'm doing is I'm going to run over here, kill the Alchemist, get some Greek letters, and then hopefully get some good divide buys. Hopefully. We'll see. Hey Dunk, as a Pokemon fan, what are your thoughts on Pokopia? I've watched a good bit of it. I've watched people playing it and stuff. I mean, it looks pretty chill. Whenever it comes to Pokemon, I tend to enjoy some of the more, I don't know if sweaty's the right term for it, but you know what I mean? Like, I like the battling and all that kind of stuff. Pokopia is more of like a vibe, chill game, right? You're just hanging out and all that, which is cool too, but just usually the games that I'm not as focused on. We're going to apply the personal fireball thrower to our buddy here. And then the fireballs are going to start shooting out of him. Only need a Switch 2 to play it? Yeah, sadly. Okay, come on, dude. Grass over here. There's some polymorphine over there. Let's not goof around with that too much. There we go. Hey you. Get over here. VOD watchers skip 2 hours. Sometimes it can go kind of quick. Sometimes it takes a while. Why the personal fireball? I didn't have any other stuff. I mean, I guess I could have built an explosive wand, thrown it together, and just blasted them with it. But we're getting there. Good, 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 good. In fact, I'm going to leave this here for now. Yeah, we got alpha. It's a pretty good drop. Yep, alpha and gamma. We got the moo chilling. Oh yeah, we got to do the key. We're trying to prepare our not a number build. So to do this, we're going to try to get divide buys. We're going to place the music note down, or the key down, I mean. The key listens. We have to play 4 songs for the key. That is our first song right there. We need 3 more. Noita finds a way. I saw you had a always cast perk that you had grabbed. That wasn't the way that you got the Circle of Vigor, was it? Oops, I grabbed that too early. There you go. The key listens. No, okay. I was gonna say that's crazy. I've never had that happen. So that would be giga lucky. That's why I was curious and I asked him. Because the probability on that, I believe, is like crazy low. The key listens. We got 1 more song we need to play for it. Oh, you know what? I just realized I don't have any digging. Damn it. Let's just get some black holes and we'll be happy. We can get it from the overgrown. Drop the wand. I agree that Pocopia is pretty chill, but did you know that Pocopia you can build a house and live in it with your Gardevoir? I think this may be the selling feature of the game. Oh god, what are you doing to that Gardevoir? Oh god. Life update, the apartment seems to be mine, but it looks like the fastest internet connection I'll be getting is 100 megabits, 1/6 of what I currently got. It sucks immensely. I haven't tried everything yet, but it's probably back to the Stone Age for me. 100 is not bad. You'll get by just fine on 100. 100 down and up, I'm assuming. But that's still just solid. I mean, I know, whoa, you like to do like web stuff, so that probably is a bit frustrating there. But in general, 100 is pretty dang good. Probably like 100 down, 5 up. Sounds like DSL. Oh. Ooh. There's a circle of there, which I want it to be not an always cast, and then I'd be very happy. But for now, we can at least put this here. Come back for later. It's not 2005 anymore. What? In 2005, my upload and down... let me think. My download speed was probably like 4 megabits down or some shit in 2005. 100, I would have been like partying, man. Blue Eyes says I didn't have internet in 2005. See? See? Wi-Fi hardly existed then. You got 4. I think I had like 1. See? Okay, so Lascius is being real too. See, they said 100 was the fucking Stone Age. Come on now. 2005, I just had to go to the library for internet. Yeah, see, that's pretty reasonable because internet was expensive and they also gave you like nothing, man. Like the infrastructure was shit back then. At least around here in the US. It sounds like a lot of other places as well. Piercing shot. That is actually really good for us. What we're looking for at the moment would be a black hole of some kind. If we don't find it, it's not the worst. It's just gonna... I want to hurry and use this not a number build. Black holes would speed that process up. Oh, wait, am I confusing megabits and megabytes? So wait, it would be 12.5 down? Is that what you're saying? Oh. Oh. Okay, it's a little more rough. That's a little more rough. 8 megabits equal 1 megabyte. You could watch 2 1080p streams at the same time. I don't think that qualifies as... You could watch 1. I think you're... Oh, no, you're right. It is like 2. For like the minimum standard, I think. Because it's like 6K or somewhere around there, right? Or I mean, 6 megabytes down, yeah. Well, luckily these days, I've been pretty fortunate with my internet stuff. I hope it stays that way. I don't want to jinx it. But I definitely, you know, back in the day, had some pretty rough options for internet access. So I have lived in those shitty times. You're just like, oh my god, please, I just want one internet provider that's not going to scam me. Chad, do y'all live like far away from the city or what? I mean, I'm sure a lot of peeps do. That is usually whenever you get screwed. And they charge a ridiculous amount for really slow speeds. By the way, this is a terrible area to look for... You wouldn't look for a circle of spell in the overgrown. Because the only way it's going to show up is as an always cast. The circle of spells spawn on their own as a spell. So you would just be jumping around to shops. That's usually one of the best ways to find it. Luminous Drill. We could go Ping Pong Lumi Drill as a build. It's not the worst thing ever. Alright, I'm just gonna go with the Luminous Drill for now. That's gonna be our digging. We're gonna go Ping Pong Lumi. which may seem a little bit silly. Come on, get off of me. But it'll save us having to wait around so long looking for black hole. Ping Pong Lumi is my goat. I like Ping Pong Lumi, but not whenever like I'm at this point in the game, like this deep into the run. Then I feel like I'm like, come on, give me like an actual, you know, black hole, white hole, something to just dig real quick. Yeah, we could just go to heaven. That's true. That's true. Ping Pong Lumi, get to gold, and then just head to heaven, grab it there. I just realized the 100 watch streaks will be in the Horsefuck Valley stream. In Dark Souls 2. That's what chat was saying the other, was it yesterday or earlier today? Yeah. Oh, it's a Dark Souls 2 thing. They call it, apparently there's a place in Dark Souls 2 that's like really rough and
I really wish you guys could
I guess
see this guy right now.
kind of miserable.
Drenched in sweat.
And I guess the Dark Souls 2 community lovingly named it Horsefuck Valley. Come back here, grab up the ping pong. You'll definitely validate that name when you get there. We'll see. A little skeptical. Alright, we got the add mana. We got an extra double as well. We got a damage plus. We are ballin'. Add mana. We wrap it. Ping pong. Actually, what am I doing? It's supposed to be that. I guess the speed up can stay. It's not really doing anything. Start digging for now. Yep. You need any shenanigans with add trigger in Lumi? I mean, yeah, I believe the Lumi does trigger off with the add trigger there. What specifically would you want us to do with it, though? I mean, if you're like, hey, I want the heavy shot cheaper, you could do it that, I guess, but really wouldn't be much of a reason with the add mana I got going on. Hey, that's a nice key you got there. You taking it to see Kolmi? Yeah, I wasn't sure if digging all the way to the divide buys was going to drive me insane or not, so I just figured I would get the Lumi in place. We'll look for the black hole. We'll make a move from there. Grab that. That there. There we go. Oh, we need this. So now, if we want to heal at any time, we just go piercing, deadly heal. Should be fine, yeah. Oh, there we go. Not the best, but not the worst. Alright, anything good? Looking pretty lame.
Speen in the chat if you would chop up Dunk in a meat grinder. Speen, speen, speen.
What? Did I just get threatened with murder? Read Mind's Eye? Give me one moment. Let's see. What's Mind's Eye? What's he yapping about? As I walk through the valley of the shadow of fuck, I take a look at my horse and realize I'm out of luck. Because I've been streaming and balding so long that even my mama knows that my hair is gone. Exactly how to get his mother's attention. Yo, this is huge. This is perfect. Chat, shut the fuck up. We're gonna leave this on the ground for a moment. I think our Nan spell may already be kind of ready to go. Shut the fuck up! What are you saying spin about? What the fuck are you even yapping about? Spin? There's nothing. What? The meat grinder? Was it for the murder comment? You're speening for the murder? Oh shit. There's a lot of propane here. Alright. We need a wand to... Oh, here we go. Propane. We need a non-shuffle wand that we can actually cast stuff on. So we're pretty much good to go. Non-shuffle wand. Any non-shuffle wands? And that is a non-shuffle, but with 2 capacity. Come on, game. Don't mock me. Don't you dare. There you go. Oh, God. 21 mana regen. Okay, now you're trolling. Oh, here we go. Oh, my God. Chaos Larpa. Please, game. That can work. That can work, I think. Should be good. I'll go ahead and piss off the gods. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Alright, so if we do Circle of Buoyancy, Fly Downwards, Alpha, Divide by 10. Will that work? Let's try it out. No, we're not quite there. We murder this guy. Get over here! Let me shoot you! Hold on. Please hold. I think it's supposed to be a divide by 2, divide by 10 should be enough, but shouldn't this is this too much? I mean, if we really want to go crazy. No? Alright, I'm not quite hitting what I need to hit. Let me see. Oh, what am I doing? That won't work. I need it to go... For some reason, I'm just over here amplifying the divide by effect, not even putting it on the modifier that needs it. So it needs to be a divide by 10 on this one. But it can't just be a divide by 10. It has to be a divide by... Damn it, it said on the wiki. You need 490 copies. Also, wiki says around 500. Wait. What did that one thing say? Oh, I was looking specifically, it says divide by 2, divide by 10 for summon rock. Okay, hold up. We can make this work. What if... First off, let's use up the final charge. So it's consistent. And let's go Tau. Actually, can we use up the buoyancy as well? It's going to be really annoying, but let's get rid of it. It take a little bit to time out, so please hold. We're not going to apply the damage on this one because this one will actually hurt the player. I believe we'd be hurting ourselves, but we're using it just to get things in the right place. If only you had a Nala. You shut your mouth right now, sir. Okay, they last just like a minute or two. It's no big deal. Right? We'll be building our wand while we're chilling. So we're going to go Tau. We're going to put this here. And then the alpha can go here. And what would happen if we put the moo? Is this getting too crazy? I think we're getting pretty wild. I think we may be getting too crazy with it. And then... Wait, where's our... This goes here. Oh, wait. No, we need that to be... Maybe we do need the charges on it. I mean, we could do this, but I need more capacity for that to be a thing. Oh! You have enough mana? That part is questionable. Let's go find a bigger non-shuffle wand to work with. And we'll get real creative with it. It's a non-shuffle, I think? Sure. I mean, the 2-cast may complicate things a little bit, but it should be fine. It's not going to be ideal, but it'll allow us to do some testing. And hopefully we don't need to get more divide bys. You move all these down. Doing some goofy stuff. Gamma. Oh, we still need more divides. Hold on. Mu, Tau, Alpha. There's so many on there. I don't even know how many we're getting right now. You're getting 2 fly-ups? Wait, really? I only get 2? Wait. The Mu should copy the divide by 10, right? Tau should copy the Alpha, which is also a divide by 10. You can't Greek letter a divide by in the middle of a chain. Only the very first. Damn it. I'm assuming I need to go get some more divide bys. That our current setup is likely not going to be good enough. Yeah, a single divide by 10 is definitely not enough. Oh well, we'll go get some more then. And I'll go grab the one thing, the Greek letter, while we're at it. I mean, not the Greek letter, the tower wand. I keep my brain. It's too scrambled. I could keep going up, or, I mean, go up and try to get the tower wand, or I could say, you know what? I know the game is not going to continue to be a jerk to us. It's going to give us the black hole. It's going to give us everything we need. So we push forward for just a little bit longer. I think that's the move. We also need to find another circle of while we're hunting around, even though it's not going to be on wands, it's going to be in the shops that we're going to have to be paying attention. Alright. Do this. Exploding corpses. Sure, why not? Hey! Alright. Alright, this is perfect. We grab unlimited spells. That'll make it so that we can have unlimited divide bys. I do want to grab that, but oh well. So we grab this. How are we setting this up? We're just going to steal this. Make it a lot easier that way. Place that down for just a moment. Just a second. She gets Circle of Stillness. It's really good for the game when you try to freeze every loaded pixel about 300 times per frame. Oh shit. Maybe we can put a null on it. Would that? Do you think that could help deal with it a little bit? Maybe. Stop right there, criminal scum. All right. Let's say we got black hole. We don't need that there. Just wrap that, I guess. This could be the payload there. Shoot that there. How does this look? Good. Ooh. And then we will also... Gamma, last one on the wand. That, oh, we need that to be a triple spell, don't we? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a quad. All of our multicasts, we've like thrown them away over time. Oh well, this will do for now. I want to steal this as well. Yay. Why are people no longer starting their comments with "Listen, Baldo"?
Jeez.
When do you want to do when you want to do damage later? There's always add trigger circle of buoyancy. Oh, true. That's a great idea. That's a great idea, Lasias. Yeah, I was trying to think like I want to avoid hurting myself, but there you go. Listen, Baldo. Chad is evil. There we go. Maybe some good wands here. Maybe. Good enough, right? The new one there. Then we can also throw the lava to blood on there. I think we're pretty close to the build. It's taken a bit longer than I was originally planning, but we're right there. We're on the cusp of greatness. Head over here on the right of this tower. There should be the music box. Oh, fuck. Put down the key. Key takes in the full song. That means it is ready to unlock the chest. Alright. Get out of here. We throw the key. Ooh. We got a lot of divide bys. In fact, so many that I'm gonna have to just grab one for now, and then I'll come back for the others, I believe. Are they all divide by 3? 3 divide by 3s? Nice. Over here, shoot this directly down. What's up, mage? Ow, that guy just hit me with a twitchy spell. Holy. Double flash throwers. We are going to need this because we're doing an 11 orb run today. Not my cleanest drop through, but oh well. Grab the superior Giga Chad wand. Run over here. Finally, we can get rid of this garbage teleporting that we've been doing the whole time. It's a miracle. I guess we start building out our Nan build. Or we just go to Parallel World and probably grab another Tower Wand or two. I will find you and I will give you a high five in the face of the steel chair. What did I do? What the fuck? Hey, what's up, Giga? Hope you had a good stream. Get this pasta shit out of here. Goddamn trolls. Yeah, it would be much easier to just get another God Wand to do our build on. And, you know, it's time for a little pit stop. Little pit stop here. There we go. There we go. Is that a wand in your pants? Jack, please. Remain calm.
Listen, Baldo. Chat has to do something to keep them entertained while you yap.
Fair enough. Alrighty, so we're collecting a little bit of gold. I don't know how necessary our gold will be. It's just we may have to go to like heaven or hell to grab some resources. Even though I think given all the divide bys that we have right now, I feel like maybe we could already pop off, but we'll try in just a bit. What in the fucking world? I'm new to this game, but enjoy the streaming community. What the fuck is all this gold? This gold is available from the very first run you ever do. It's always over there in the wall, but the thing is, new players don't realize it's there. You just have to know, you know, if this is where the player starts, the pit of gold is over here in the wall. This is where we're at right now. We just dug our way into it. In fact, there's parallel worlds have the pits of gold too. So there's infinite pits of gold, but there's one that exists down in hell as well if you ever are in need of gold when you're down there. So it'll save you having to collect as much money.
Is Baldo brother of Waldo?
I guess so. Dunk just spoiled the game for a newbie. What? They just asked. W spoilers. Dunk just casually dropping the parallel world thing. Yeah, I guess they, as a new guy, they may be they may be a little confused about the parallel world part. Can you stop teaching me stuff? I have a learning disability. I become more disabled the more I learn. All right, well then let's turn our brains off. It's the weekend. I know you guys want to hear it. Here it is, chat. What you're all here for. Hold on, if I can find the right tab. Oh, here it is. Baby.
Lurking in this sweaty cave here in Dunkville. Moist mobs, monsters, swapper mages. It's a dunk thrill. Might get a victory. Extend your win streak. DunkTales. Every night he's out there screaming DunkTales. Tales of glory crouches when skill prevails. When it seems he's finally going to play the darn game. Endless yapping never fails. Chainsaws explain. Degens are betting. Come be a swelling. DunkTales. Self-proclaiming God game moving. DunkTales. Tales of stalling, food rats, and good duck spells. Danger ways will find you. A Shut your eyes, emotes will blind you. Punch a goon and slide into some DunkTales. DunkTales, ooh. Got giga brains and sweaty stains. It's DunkTales, ooh. Drenched in sweat, I'll bet that orange hood smells, ooh. DunkBot 2.0. Gonna be here any year now. So hold your breath and hop onto some DunkTales, ooh. Every graveyard shift is gaming DunkTales, ooh. Tales of swearing, rage, and when his luck fails, ooh. Let's take a spin, might get a win on DunkTales, ooh. Tales of a legend, ball jokes, and good duck spells, ooh. Not Gamba fans or fam on snails, no DunkTales, ooh.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. Fuck this game. God damn it. Oh my god. Why? Why, game? Every month. There you go. There's your dose of DunkTales, the full version. Hell yeah. Made by Shankmo. Shout out to Shankmo for making that. Lot of time and effort went into that one, and a good chunk of money. I did have to bankroll that bad boy, and it was worth it. It was worth it. Loaf said Dunk paid for this to be made so he can have a 5-minute break every once in a while. It's true. It's true. To distract you guys. Why didn't you collect gold while I was playing? I was getting some snacks. I grabbed a couple chocolate cashews, and then I went to take a sip of this Gatorade, and then it was not a good idea because chocolate with a Gatorade, ugh, bleh. Is the sax vanilla? Is it vanilla? I don't even know what you mean by that. Yes, a musician was hired. Shankmo found a musician, and then so basically he found the musicians, found out how much everything would cost, then came to me and was like, hey, would you be willing to bankroll this idea? And I was like, you know what? Go creatively wild. I'll bankroll this shit. And then after like $350, that's the result. Shankmo made the music video, but then he hired the musicians to create it. So it's original and DMCA free. So he's saying vanilla sex? Is that what he's going with? Vanilla sax? Oh, as it no, there is no saxophone in the game. That would be cool.
He is drenched in sweat.
Sadly, no saxophone. Come on, get me out of here. Oh, hey, look at that.
Smash.
Look at that. Hey, room for another yap? Who's up for another dose of yapping? Where's that new guy at? New guy? The chat was afraid of you getting spoilers before. Well, now you're about to get something that should explain why the chat is stupid when they say spoilers. Because, I mean, there are some things that you could maybe want to experience on their own. But here's an example of something that it doesn't matter if you're brand new or you've played for a billion years. You can't be spoiled on this because, I mean, I guess the only thing I can spoil about it is that it exists. There's a mystery in the game that's referred to as the eye puzzle that has been in the game for over 4 years. People to this day do not know what it is or how to interact with it or what you're supposed to do with it. It is just, we just know it exists. If you want to learn more about the eye mystery, that the unsolved eye puzzle, there's like several videos on YouTube about it, but there's also a document. If you type !eyes in the chat, !EYES, it will link a document that kind of explains about a little bit about these eyes. But the reality is there really isn't a lot to say other than we know that these exist in the game and that they appear randomly in the world, and that's it. That's all we know. Did no one find one step of the puzzle? Not even, unless you consider step 1 being like, hey, we found out that there's a thing in the game that is the eyes. Step 2, question mark. That's it. But yeah, we just coincidentally stumbled across it right now. Like I said, they're random. It just happened to be in a position where I was traveling and traveled over them perfectly. So this is on the daily run. So if you play today's daily run and you go to this spot, you will have the eye part of the eye puzzle in the exact same spot. How many eyes are there? How many spells are there? I mean, how many spells are there? Like in the entire game? There's I got 422. As for how many eyes, I don't know. I've never counted them. Explain briefly on how to make them appear. It's not like anything you have to do to make them appear. They're in your game. Every time you load into Noita, as long as you don't have any mods on or anything like that, and even if you do have mods on, so for example, I play with a mod called Streamer Wands. It doesn't change the game at all, but it does add in the ability to pull stats from my game and put it in people's browser. So it's like a streamer thing to give you guys information about my run. And but because of that, it technically is a mod. So the eyes will not appear in your game. So if you turn on something called disable mod restrictions, even if you have mods on, then the eyes will still appear. It's just pretty much like, it's like playing mod free. So have no mods on or have that disable mod restrictions if you do have mods on. It now makes it so that these eyes can appear in your game. They're just somewhere in the world. It's like it's a mystery. If you load into a random seed, you said, "Oh, where are the eyes at?" Nobody would know. You would have to search for it yourself or use some kind of one of those like tools, you know, that like breaks down the seed for you and looks up information. I'm sure one of those could probably lead you to where the eyes are too. But it changes every seed. That's why I wouldn't be able to know exactly where to find it except for just by looking around. Where can I disable that? But disable mod?
I know what the answer is, but I won't tell easily. I'll do an ARG where I email random Noita streamers riddles and have them try to decode it. Oh, did I say I know it? I mean my friend this castle.
I knew it was you, Steffi. I had a feeling this whole time. I knew it. It's just this one right here. Disable mod restrictions. All you have to do is click subscribe. And whenever you hit subscribe right there, it just instantly puts it into your mods area. And then you check it. Make sure if you're going to do it before the run has started, I think. I don't know. I don't know if you can disable the mod restrictions in the middle of the run and still get the eyes to appear normally. I've never really tested all that. I'm not sure. But is the pattern of the eyes always the same? Yes, I believe so, but their position... So here, if you look at the document, it tells you everything you need to know. Let me see. Exclamation mark. EYES. So what it does, it explains the basic stuff we know about the eyes. All of this, a lot of this stuff is just like, it's like reinterpretation of what we already know. So for example, it's like, oh, here are the eyes. If you assign a number to each eye, here's what it would look like. That's all. It's still the same information. It's just this. It's just people trying to reinterpret the information to see if maybe it leads to some kind of new discovery. But yeah, so there you can see they have already assigned a number to each eye. See right here, and then they have told you ahead of time what layout to expect in each world and everything. So message in East 1, which is where we're at right now, which I guess is this one right here, should be the same as this one right here, I guess. Have people tried Morse code? I know they've tried a lot of stuff. I have no idea about Morse code. Chat, which one of you is trying to DM me? Are you trying to send something degenerate? Okay, no, it actually was a wholesome thing. But usually you guys are doing degenerate stuff. Can't be trusted. The eyes will never be deciphered. So here's all my information I have about the eyes. They exist. We don't know what the fuck it is. You can look at the document, but you don't really need to look at the document because it could kind of get in your head. Like, we could be misinterpreting what the eyes are supposed to be for.
Do we actually know sufficient information to decode the eyes is available?
No, we have no idea. We could be lacking information. The devs said the eyes are finished. They said something along the lines of like, oh, it's done, or whatever's neat. Like, they acted like we have everything, but it could be just like, for all we know, the eyes could be something where they're like, oh yeah, after the game's been out for 10 years, we're gonna do something with the eyes. And instead of telling people that, they may be like, oh no, the eyes are done. Like, meaning like we're not messing with them right now because maybe it's on the 10-year anniversary, we're going to add in something. For all we know, it could be that. And that is why nobody has solved it. That's possible. But they've also led us to believe it seems like there is more. Like there's something else to it. And yeah, there was this weird comment that the devs made about like putting mayonnaise on your eye in skydiving. It was the way they worded it was kind of weird. It sounded like they either said like, I don't know if it physically meant to put mayonnaise on your eyes or visualize, like close your eyes and like you visualize mayonnaise or some shit. And while you're skydiving, they made some weird comments, and they said that would help you solve the puzzle. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. And then the devs have not. That was like at this point, it's been like 3 years ago that they made that comment. So who knows what it is? But there you go. I just want to point that out because there was somebody talking about spoilers and all that stuff. And Noita is a game that, you know, I feel like you can put all the information out there and people are still not going to figure stuff out, because this one's a perfect example of how thousands of people have put effort into it and still nobody has figured out what it is. I'm surprised nobody decompiled the game. They have. It's one of those things that is hard-coded like into the engine, and not everything is. Like, imagine you wrote a secret message and it says like Noita is awesome, and then you write in the text, and then the game like encrypts it and stuff like that, and then boom, you end up with these eyes. Well,
you can't trust devs. They also placed 1.0 on unfinished game full of bugs. They also abandoned the game in that state.
Kuba's a little bit of a hater. Don't listen to Kuba. He's a little bit like 1% truth, maybe 2%. But so in that scenario, what you're talking about, then yes, you could data mine it and you'd be like, oh, here's the original message that is then, being like, coded up to appear as the eyes. But apparently, when people data mine into Noita and all that kind of stuff, they figured that the eyes are just like, that is just how they are. It's almost like if you entered in the information as already encrypted. So I guess nobody's been able to figure things out. I don't know, man. Yeah, like Mind's Eye says, it's information, not code. So that's why it's just, we don't know how to interpret it. Dunk is the apparently kid. It's hard. The information, it's like you have to be vague about it because it itself is vague. The secret is vague. No, what is it? I don't know. It is. Apparently. That's it. What are the eyes? They are. That is what the eyes are. They exist. The devs have confirmed the eyes contain a message. Did they ever say it was a message? I feel like they said... That's the problem, is everybody interprets information. I can't remember what their exact words were. They said exactly, the eyes contain a message and nothing more. Okay, there you go. The eyes contain a message. All right, well, if that's clear, pretty clearly stated then. But point is, nothing's ever been figured out other than the fact that they're there. Maybe one day some genius will piece together what the hell we're looking at. Hopefully. Okay, we go back up. Pirate Software. Listen, I told Chad before, I said if Pirate Software were to like be the one to solve the eyes, I know you guys are, lots of you are haters, all right? You have Mana Gym trauma. But I would be like, damn, that guy's damn good. I mean, come on, you got to give credit where credit's due. Whoever solves that, the eye mystery, even if it's something that ends up being like really obvious, the fact that after, 5 years nobody else did it, they're gonna be a badass. So that's how Pirate Software can rehabilitate his image. It's why he'll redeem himself. He just has to solve the unsolvable puzzle. He'd only solve it right after it's solved and pretend he did it himself. There's no way. I mean, yes, he's maybe done that before. There's no way somebody would do that with the Noita eyes, right? I refuse. That would be so obvious.
It can't be Pirate Software or DunkOrSlam. They need a GUID for things like this.
What's a GUID? Should I be afraid? Could I have a poll to make the DunkTales a bit quieter? It woke me up more than once, and I was using the VODs to fall asleep and just woke me up again. If people want to make it louder who are awake, they can turn it up. Wait, Squanchy, is it really that loud? I'll keep an eye on it in the future. Honestly, it's like a separate video. Because you know, like whenever I'm on my stream and I'm talking and all that, I see my own little video, like my own audio levels. But the DunkTales, I have it as a direct video. So it's kind of weird. It's like when you play it, it has its own separate like audio layer and all that crap. So I may just be really loud. But louder, it was a bit loud for sure. Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it for next time. I'll keep an eye on it. Like I said, I just haven't paid attention to its current audio levels is all. Chat didn't ask for it to be louder. It was more like I just was not paying attention. Alright, let's grab up everything that this world has to offer. Incorporate DunkTales in a dunk bot, then you have full control. I mean, I have it in the OBS and Orbs, so it's not like I don't have control. It's more like I just sometimes forget that it's a separate audio layer, and that resulted in me. Oh, hell yeah. Alright, there we go. That'll save me a lot of struggling. Hold on, give me one moment. I'm getting all my... Basically, we just had these inferior wands, and it was making the run drag on because I kept having to, you know, work around this wand kind of being shit and this wand being shit, and just like, alright, let's just get a trash wand. That's a 6 cast or 5 cast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, they had that there. We'll do for now. All right, now we should be able to survive for at least a little bit down in hell without too many problems. And till then, we could put this stuff there. You have everything you need now. Oh wait, are we good? We have it all? This build would work. Indoor cat saying that we already have the setup. Let's give it a slurp. I'm assuming the spinner timer part, is that part, I don't think it's necessary, right? We'll find out whenever I fuck it up. Don't you need a timer to deliver the circle? Oh shit, do you? Honestly, it's been a very long time since I built one of these, so you're probably gonna know it better than I would. Put up this. What else do we have that we need here? We need this. I'm gonna put these multicast there just to get them out there. Alright, towel. After that, into this with the divide by 3. The add trigger. Maybe so. What did I do there? To explain the wand? Yeah, let's get it working first, and then I'll explain a little bit what's going on. A little bit of the craziness. Let's see if we can grab a quick timer of some kind. Somewhere. Phasing's kind of a fun one, but I don't think we're... oh, there we go. Alright, so you're saying this setup should be good? In fact, we probably should watch the overwrapping, right? It's supposed to be a triple... Oh, baby, a triple. That... So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, but it's supposed to be on a 1 cast, I think. That may be fucking things up. Perhaps. Oh, no, it worked. Okay. So it does need to be on there, it seems. All right. So I will go on explanation in a moment. I hope we find another circle of though, because this one, while it does give us a visual, I think it is a little scary to toy around with it actually casting, because it may end up beating the shit out of us. I put this here. Okay, the heavy shot did not apply. That's because we were doing so much subtracted damage, I think. What if we were to throw these on here? This recoil is going to be real. Bro teleported. No, that wasn't it. Do we attach it direct? Oh, it's on the outside. Oh wait, let's do it just like this then. I still think it's gonna be too much minus damage, right? I think I need the damage pluses. It does try to hit me, as you can see. Hold on. Those poor fish.
In sweat.
Whenever I cast this, look at my character. Look at like the ambrosia and everything. Watch this. See where it says blocked? It means that if you attach damage modifiers to the circle of buoyancy, you can hit yourself with them. So you have to be very careful. And I don't want to do some big damage build with it because I could end up killing myself. We'll find a different circle of, and then we'll be better off. But for now, I guess we can just, you know, this is something for now. It's at least something. Is that per frame? I'm not sure how much damage it's going to deal. We could test it. We have saving grace and an extra life. Surely that's enough. Oh, that wasn't so bad. Yeah, it's only dealing the 44 damage. Yeah. Can you give infinite lifetime to the circle spell? Circle of spells they cannot be made into wisps. You can put them inside of a wisp though. Just kind of close. So the general explanation for what's going on here is they're referred to as NaN, not a number, is the mechanic, I guess, that's being abused here. Not a number build. So you need to take a spell, and you can do this to other spells too, but they don't really have the cool interaction like you're seeing with the circle of. In fact, let me. You see, it's barely doing any damage. We gotta get some more damage to pop off and really go crazy. So this spell right here, Fly Downwards, has a speed increase. And you see where it says projectile speed times 1.2? That is everything. That is what this whole build up is all about, is about that projectile speed increase. And basically, if you take one of these circle of spells and you attach enough speed to them, it actually kind of breaks. It breaks them. And instead of it looking like a normal circle of buoyancy, like it would if you were to cast it, you know, just here on its own, like a circle around the character, instead it becomes a mass AoE that happens in just an instant. Because you've attached so much speed to it, it's broken it. So to get enough speed though, Fly Downwards and Fly Upwards, you may say, well, there's other modifiers that add speed, such as the speed up. You're like, this is 2.5 times speed. But these modifiers that add speed have like a cap to them, like a ceiling that they won't go beyond. And apparently the Fly Downwards and the Fly Upwards have no cap. There's no ceiling, there's no roof. It breaks through it and eventually just breaks the whole thing, and it becomes NaN, not a number. So that is why you have to have one of these in this build. So once you have it, what you're going to do is you're basically going to be throwing lots of divide bys. You're going to be throwing stuff on it to amplify the Fly Downwards. Chow was saying earlier that that Nutty said you have to have, was it 400? You have to have Fly Downwards cast 490 times, which is like a lot of times. Nutty said that the NaN speed causes the position to become NaN as well, which causes it to hit every entity that is loaded. I might not have explained it well. I don't know about the... Yeah, that sounds... I mean, makes sense to me. Makes sense. But yeah, so we need to cast this Fly Downwards 490 times. That's why you're wanting these modifiers like divide by and all that, because it's amplifying it. So apparently this, as long as you go beyond 490, it's good. So Indoor Cat apparently cooked up this set right here, but you don't have to have it in this order. As long as you are achieving the general goal of casting this 490 or more times, and then you have this one of the circle of spells, you're achieving the general goal. From there, if you don't have any damage modifiers, like if you just have this stuff here, oh yeah, and apparently it needs to be put on a timer of some kind. I didn't remember that part. So by putting this, we're making the speed go crazy for this, and then we're putting it inside of the spitter timer so that whenever I cast it, it applies to everything. In fact, it gives us a nice visual too. That's the cool part. It lets us see that clearly it did hit our character. You can see it's got that little bubbly look to it. That's how you can know that it is applying around the area, even though you don't see the spell normally like you would. But why? I'm not exactly sure on the timer. It probably has something to do with the fact that its speed is non-existent or not a number. Like something has to, because it seems like if you cast it like this, yeah, so you just see there, now you just cast it regularly. I wasn't sure if maybe we could toy with it a bit. Just Noita funkiness. But what we want now is we now want to get either we want to get some different circle ofs than the one that we have. And we would like to get some better damage modifiers, because the current ones that we have are good, but we're not really doing that much damage with them. So I want to get more of those. Let's get all set up for that. What's the add trigger doing? The add trigger is allowing us to so if you put divide bys and an add trigger, and then you put down some modifiers like so, this add trigger actually can become, I don't know how to explain it. This add trigger represents like almost all of these modifiers combined as one, and it also allows it to wrap back into itself, which is pretty wild. So I don't know the specific details, but I'm guessing that's why the add trigger is here, so that we can get the fly downwards, which this is pretty much copying the fly downwards. It's inside of it, and it's allowing us to wrap back around into it, casting it, I guess, bonus times, clearing the 490 plus cast. The way that I tend to use it, if I ever use an add trigger with modifiers, it would be a scenario like this. Let's say that we have, I don't know, a spitter, right? And
I fear the moist mob.
Yo, Nutty! We watched you strip earlier, and then since then Yolkas came in here and said that you Haktua on that thing like you wouldn't understand, and it's getting me a little jealous. I'm gonna be real with you, Nutty. Thank you for the raid. In fact, Nutty, we're trying to do some not a number stuff right now and kind of goofing around with things. All right, hold on, we're getting distracted. All right, check this out. So we're gonna go add trigger onto a heavy shot, right? And let's fire this off and see what we end up with. So you see how even though the spitter is here, as long as we put down a double, we have the add trigger, the heavy shot here, we can actually add in lots of modifiers, and all of these modifiers are still going to get applied to this spitter bolt. Then from there, if you put down a divide by, we'll just put the divide by 3. What'll happen is this divide by will then multiply all of these, I believe. It will grab all of them, doing them times 3, and applying them to the spitter bolt, which results in some pretty wild damage we should be seeing. Actually, you know what I should have done is I should have gotten near our, a statue to shoot at while we're goofing around with stuff. Let's go to a parallel world that we haven't gone to yet. Oh, I need these. Not necessarily need them right now, but we may need them later. Alright, we're in a fresh parallel world, which means I can talk in a little more detail on the divide by stuff there. All right, let's try this now. So spitter bolts hitting the statue. It's only doing 8 damage a shot, but the wand fires so quickly it looks like a little bit more. And so 8 damage a shot, and then we're gonna say, all right, we want the heavy shot on it, but we want to do it with the add trigger. So we put add trigger heavy shot back here. Now, we're obviously, you know, we're firing them off. It does have the heavy shot on them. Then we're going to add all 3 of these. Make sure we're getting all of them. There we go. Then we throw the divide by 3 there. Oh shit, it's traveling so slow. It's like... Actually, divide by 3. Hold on. Huh? Wait, why does that one hit for 169? Yeah, it should be reducing too
Will
much.
you use Lim's telescope to find some other circles?
Yeah, we could. We'll see if we get that desperate. Oh, we wrap it more. That's better. Let's see. We'll put a quad there. Woo! Wait, no. Okay, so is that the most we're gonna get out of it? Yeah, it does seem to be the same in both scenarios. When I see the divide bys on an ad trigger, that's usually the kind of stuff that I'm visualizing is the stuff getting... Basically, the modifiers get, like, put into the ad trigger, and then from there, it also allows for, like, wrapping. Ad trigger allows for some weird stuff that kind of break a lot of how Noita trains you to think whenever you're just doing, like, the simple wand builds. Because normally, whenever you have, like, a spark trigger, for example, and you have a heavy shot there, and you're like, okay, I'm gonna fire this, and now we have a heavy shot on the spark trigger. If somebody's like, well, what we could do is put a triple here, and then there's no other spells, and have this wrap into it. So it's like, no, it doesn't work like that. You can't wrap back into yourself. But when it comes to the ad trigger, if you had an ad trigger like this, and you have this oops, it would be like this. You have the heavy shot on a spitter bolt, and you I guess we could put a payload in it just to make it simpler. So this fires like normal, right? The spitter bolt has a heavy shot in it. If you were to wrap like this does actually allow you to loop and grab the heavy shot again. So you actually get 2 heavy shots in this scenario rather than the 1. It's, yeah, add triggers kind of... Add trigger, add timer, all of those add whatever can do some weird things that kind of break the normal rules that Noita teaches you or gets you to expect out of triggers and timers. It gets pretty wild. I kind of hate that. It is weird. Yeah, I don't know. The add trigger does let you save on mana, but if you wrap to it, you will end up spending on the extra wrapped ones. So it's like gives you like a half. You get double the modifiers at half the cost. Something like that. But yeah, I find some of those really hard to visualize. That's why the people who really are deep into wand crafting, they usually think of the spells and everything as, because if you were to data mine the game, it is programmed like cards. Like where you're drawing cards and you're discarding cards. Apparently that helps a lot for the really in-depth wand building. That's how a lot of those guys like to look at it, which is how it was created, which is how it's programmed. All right, how was this originally? Did I build this back as it was? Oh yeah, this was here. This we can put up, and we're back. 9,000 hours should probably be enough to have learned a card game by now. It's not like it's like there's a difference. Sometimes those deep wand crafting things, it's not that I can't learn them, it's that I'm not really that interested, honestly. I find them not intuitive and all that, and so to gather the deep knowledge for something that I will know and will be hard to relay quickly to people, it just doesn't entice me. But everybody's got their own, everybody like likes different things in Noita. Some people love the really deep wand crafting where you get crazy. So I get it if that's your thing, right? But for me, I just enjoy like I don't know, I like the way that the world works. I like all that kind of stuff. I'm not looking to get into like I like obscure, like, you know, alchemic reactions that are really obscure can be pretty fun to goof around with. But I don't necessarily like the really, really deep wand building always. I get a little bit like, Sure. Mr. Guide Gamer prefers a guide. I mean, honestly, I kind of do on those. I'm just like, don't like them as much. grab this. What we're doing right now is when we're stopping by these shops, we're looking for a different circle of than buoyancy. I want something that I can actually... Well, I mean, I guess we could be casting this here. I mean, it should still work. Wait, is that... Did I do this? Am I doing this? Oh, crap. This is supposed to be a triple. What did I do? I put something in the wrong spot. I am getting the buoyancy effect, but I'm not getting the damage. Hold on. Did I fuck these up? Hello? No, that's not right. That is in the correct order. Does it have to be this one? No way. No, there's no damage on the circle. Oh, I keep putting them in the wrong spot. I don't know why you're doing that. Thank you, Indoor Cat. Let's move that back. I like this one more. Yeah, there it goes. I was wondering why I wasn't getting hurt either. Why aren't you getting hurt, sir? Let's find some better circles though, because this one is a little annoying, and I want to attach some cool modifiers to it too if I can. Ooh, Venomous Curse. Wait, does that apply regularly? Let's find out. I'll put that there for now, just to take up space. So if I go Venomous Curse onto our setup here, and then I cast it. Yeah, I'm getting hit by it. So is that guy down there. All right. That is working. There's another fly, whatever. What did I mess up on my wand? Oh, nothing. You can see everything is actually being affected by the buoyancy. In fact, it's all just... Is it still just chilling around me? Hold on. Look at it all. Glass cannon for damage. I think I'll die in the process. Everything to the left. Everything to the right. What happens if you put Nala onto that? Gotta watch out for that thing, don't I? I get myself killed goofing around with it. This can crash the game? Oh, shit. Okay, maybe I'll stop casting it so much then. I'll get a better circle of, hopefully. It's the only one I've had so far. I'll stop casting it so my game doesn't explode. I hate the freaking crashes. Let's take that off, put it back on the telly, and we'll just chill and look for that. Put the fly upwards in the build with fly downwards. I think you'll get a bigger... Oh, with the fly downwards. Got it. Combo them like that. The old 1-2. I think it didn't quite reach not a number before. Oh, we were falling short. Let's look for a different one so that our game doesn't explode.
Well, gentlemen, it seems we have a dumbass among us, but we can't just watch him die, can we?
Oh, look at that one. Ooh, Circle of Vigor is an interesting one. Because we could apply it to oh, but the damage is also going to apply to us too, isn't it? Let's heal the world. Oh, we also don't have an infinite on it too, but let's see. Oh, shit! Help! It's because the Circle of Vigor was applying... Oh, actually, that one may have been the Venomous Curse also making it applying. That was causing it to jump all over the place. Alright, we'll find a different one. Here. Oh, look at that. Some oil. Oh, got a crit on oil earlier. That would probably be a good one to apply to the build. Especially because you can't crit yourself. Even though that shouldn't really matter later too much. Don't listen to these guys. Oh, this is an interesting one. Circle of Unstable Metamorphosis. We could use that. Probably be a little bit insane, yeah. Circle, surely we won't accidentally kill ourselves with this, will we? This is fine. We need more damage though, so that whenever we cast that, it will do it like in a cool way. That was pretty cool though. Why does the circle not apply to you? So you got to remember, Circle of Buoyancy does normally apply to the character. It naturally like affects you. It tries to make you more buoyant. While Circle of Unstable Metamorphosis does not naturally interact with the player. With that said, you could put something on it like piercing or whatever, and now it would interact with the player, you would poly yourself. But as long as we don't add any modifiers to make that happen, we should be fine.
This guy right now, he is
Oh, cool. I always avoided that spell because I thought it affects the player. No, as long as you don't attach a modifier to it that will make it eligible to hit the player, you should be good. Keep in mind, though, it can be pretty scary because it's chaotic polying enemies, which could get crazy. Wait, what's happening? Joshua, what have you done? What is Jiggle Physics Max?
I really wish
Patch
you guys could
notes.
see this guy right now.
Reduce
He is
titties by
drenched in
10%.
sweat.
What the hell? What is this? What the fuck? What is the AI doing? What the hell? What the fuck? The achievement unlocked, too much jiggle, ranking top of the bounce charts. My god. No piercing shot on the poly circle will not poly you as Nan. Oh, really? But normally it would. I know that one, but not. Okay, well there you go. Apparently you could even put it on there. I'm a little scared to test it. This could be Nutty's Gigabrain plan. He's like, he's falling right into my trap.
It's time to stop!
I'm scared.
It's time to stop, okay? Do it. No more!
Veldak gifted a sub to Tickle My Crotch Daddy. Dear God. Please, chat, control yourselves. Don't make me have to turn off the AI. It will if you cessate or poly to lose ownership. Oh, interesting. Damn it, I'm trying to look for another circle of... Or maybe we just focus on the damage modifiers. Oh, personal lightning caster on everything? Oh boy. Hold up. Should I be afraid? Is this a mistake? No. It would never be a mistake. What happens when I cast this? I don't have electric immunity, by the way, so... Let's get away from the polymorphing. So basically, we have a not a number circle of unstable metamorphosis, and then we put a personal lightning caster. Makes a projectile turn the creatures it hits into living thunderstorms. So we're going to cast this.
Do it.
So the thing I didn't realize is that after they were dead, it was going to keep casting. That's my bad. My bad on that one. You know what I just realized? I think I have Kolmi loaded in right now, too.
I bet you he's gonna turn up dead soon.
Please get me out of this position. It did do something. That is true. Alright, let's see what happens if we go to... Oh, wait. What if I lose ownership? I'm scared! Get me out of here! Get this shit away from me! I should not have put the electricity there! I see my mistake! Surely the fish won't get hit with it, right? They'll be fine. Oh shit. It's weird how it hit those guys with it down there, but not the fish. Oh yeah, there was an explosive detonator available. I wonder if explosive detonator will properly kill it off. That is a great idea. Also, it won't poly you unless you both add friendly fire and lose ownership. Oh shit. Really? Dude, it's kind of scary though. I'm fucking scared. I'm gonna end up in some freak scenario polying myself. I think it was the previous mountain. Does not a number make the game so confused that it doesn't give the gods are afraid? No, it should do it just the same. I'm pretty sure you talking about like whenever Steve dies and stuff? It should be doing its usual. The not a number part only applies, I believe, just to the projectile. I still own it and everything. Oh man, this area. I may have made. Restarting always removes all non-spells. Fuck, well I may have to do that anyways. Will the projectile transformation field affect the entire screen if cast with not a number? I mean, that's a good question. Oh, it was the fish. I just carried this over to the fish area and they all just like detonated at one time, didn't they? Oh, Kubi says it won't work. It says the projectile transmutation field is not a circle in the same sense. Yeah, we may have to do a restart on this one because I don't think it's gonna work its way out of this one. So let's do a quick restart. That was my bad. I got excited to see the personal lightning caster. I had to cast it, man. I had to do it. But Nutty says that it will lose owner. I mean, it will kill off the spell that was doing that, I think. So let's hope he's right. Exit that. Cancel. Oh, did you start launching? What is happening? Oh. We must go back, Marty. Here we go. Into the dangers. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. What?
He did it! The son of a bitch did it!
It's still going.
Girl, you're so stupid.
Help! Open the save file and delete all the entities. May have to. Let's see though. Let's see if it'll recover. Give it a chance. It's fighting right now. Give it a chance to fight. These are not circles. Let's see undead entities with a lighting effect. Maybe we can get away from them. The hell was that? Oh, I forgot I have my bullshit all. Alright, first off, personal light caster, you're done. You're out of here. I'll never trust you again. So are those spots just permanently blowing up? Okay, my background's gone. That's to be expected. One more time for stability. Wait, what? Oh. I'm trying to pause and it's like freaking out each time I try to pause. Alright. The explosive detonator was not down here. And that kind of breaks my heart a little bit. Because I really was looking for that. I don't know if that would help with our issue. But I would like to have it as a way to try to help out. Wait, what? Where's the explosive detonator at? Time to go to New Game Plus and reset the world? Yeah, we could. We could just do the 11 orb in New Game Plus if we really wanted to. It just sucks. So I know we had an explosive projectile, or an explosive detonator. I just can't remember where it was. Yeah, maybe it was in the east. Like in one of the early parallel worlds. And I was just thinking main world. It was in the spell shop mountain below Snowy. In the main world, Cookie. Fuck, I think that's the one that we just froze with all the fish. Yeah, we really need to get to New Game Plus. Why so much lag? Because we were doing a lot of not a number stuff, and we may have caused some insanity. So instead of doing 11 orbs in the main world, we're going to do it in New Game Plus. I like that idea. Let's just get down to the boss area. I got to gather 2 orbs. We'll do that in a bit. So then we run over here. We take the portal back to the main world. Come on, we need to do this quick. I don't want to deal with too much shit from you. Alright, and then we're trying to go to New Game Plus, because that's where we're going to do the 11 orb collecting. That's number 4. Number 5. Lightning cast must have timed out. The problem is when I keep walking too far away from it, it freezes it. I don't think the timer doesn't keep running, you know? And this leaves it in this weird spot where it kind of just only ticks when I'm nearby. When I'm nearby, the game freezes. It's no big deal. I mean, we can do this in New Game Plus. It's not like the end of the world. Let's not get ourselves too hurt here. Alright, we killed the Meat Realm boss. So theoretically, this should stabilize our game, and we can start goofing around with the not a number stuff a little bit more. Press E to enter New Game Plus. There we go. Hopefully a much more stable world. And let's do this. Just to make sure it's as stable as possible. Alright, 11 orbs, and we'll do it in New Game Plus. Loaded instantly, feels way more stable. Yeah, once you get to New Game Plus, it really does clear up a lot on the save file. It becomes way more playable. Let's try out... Yeah, let's try out this build again, but this time... We'll try the Nala like Nutty was saying. Oh, it doesn't apply the damage. Because it dies so quickly. Oh. Huh. The chaotic, the unstable metamorphosis is still there. As you can see, when I'm traveling near some enemies, they're still getting polyed like a lot later. We definitely need more damage than what we have. No doubt on that. I really wish there was a crit on oil earlier that I would have liked to have had here. This would have helped a lot because we could have been running a crit build, probably pump way more damage. I am not electric immune. Should be fine though. Did you see those fish? Look at the fish right here. I want to jump into it, but I'm not electric immune, so that could be pretty painful. They're like a whole clump of fish, and then it was just like, boom. We nuked them. Interesting. Can you explain your wand build in 1 minute? Think any of the circle spells. Normally when you cast it, it creates a circle around the player, yes? Well, apparently if you take the speed up to such an insane number, it kind of like breaks the game and it turns into not a number. The speed as in like projectile speed. And once that happens, the speed is so fast, instead of being a small circle, it's like a fucking global effect. By global, I just mean everything that's loaded in around you. So we are casting Circle of Unstable Metamorphosis, but it's massive, and then we attach damage modifiers to it to hopefully kill the things quickly. I don't know if that was a minute, but did my best. So see all these enemies around, I go to cast the Circle of Unstable Metamorphosis. And you see, oh my god, that guy just ricocheted poly off of my thing. See, my main issue is I want something that just applies damage to the enemies, not necessarily polying them into, well, this stuff. This dangerous stuff. But we haven't had a lot of the Circle ofs. We have 2 of them, but not the ones that we were interested in. Use it on the fish again. Oh, fish. I have a massive poly effect for you. Well, this time they didn't get nuked very well. A lot of them lived. Can't even get in there. It's so jam-packed. The chaotic poly build would actually be a pretty nice one, I'd imagine, because it probably scales, right? Because I think whenever you chaotic poly stuff, they're probably not into the New Game Plus enemies. I don't know, maybe it is. I've never really cast chaotic transmutation very much. You can make it where you take these enemies that normally would be crazy tanky for, like, if you're in like New Game plus, you know, like New Game plus 10, then you would transfer them into a regular enemy and then kill them as a regular enemy. Seems like a legitimate strat. Why not just poly them into sheep then at that point? I mean, yeah, but that the sheep spell that you're talking about is not a, it's not a circle of. You're mixing up, there's 2 different spells. Unless this one does work the same way, maybe Nutty will say, oh, it does work the same way. But the deer drops this one right here, which is like a mass, like everything gets sheeped. What we would want, if we wanted to do as a legitimate strategy, we would want the Circle of Transmogrification. That would be the one that would be good for us. Oh, there we go. Oh, man, we keep getting the Circle ofs that are a little bit annoying to work with. Circle of Displacement. All the enemies are gonna go teleporting around.
Do it.
You gotta try it? Alright.
Do it.
If you say so. So it is gonna hit us with it. That'll be fine. That's good enough. Alright, let's find some, like, lots of creatures. Where's lots of creatures at? Alright, there's a good amount of creatures. Then we cast the Mass Circle of Displacement. There you go. See, the crappy thing is it also applies to myself. Now add Piercing Shot to it. To the Circle of Displacement. Should I be really scared? I feel very scared. Can you use both circles at the same time? I would imagine it's possible.
Do it.
If we're gonna throw the piercing on here, we definitely need the infinite heal stuff going nicely. Alpha, cast copy of the first spell. Alright, let's see how bad this is gonna be. Oh, wait, did we remove too much damage? But why did it not? So the piercing makes it where it leaves me alone. Problem is we have one that's so lame, it just keeps, it's the circle of displacement. Yeah, not a number is weird. You would think it would be the opposite, like it would make it more deadly. Could you put a piercing trigger in non to make it deliver a payload to everything? It only affects, where it only affects the circle of spells. That would be a question for Nutty on that one. I was thinking originally yes, that you could, but now after toying around with it for a little while, I'm like, I don't know if that's a thing. The trigger payloads will spawn at NAN. Okay, so like it will. So each contact it will spawn properly. What if you put the placate worm in the payload and spawn worms on every enemy? Would worms spawn on top of those worms too? Like a snowball effect. Damn it! I want a different circle of. I guess parallel world will be the way. Can't you telescope spells? We could. I was trying to just find them, but we may get a little bit bored of searching around and may just do that. Bashing my face into cursed rock. As you do. Oh, for some reason I thought the eyes moved whenever you went through the New Game Pluses. Apparently not. This looks like it's like in the same general spot that it was in the regular world. I humbly ask you to try 2 circles with electric arc. 2 circles with electric arc? Is this it sounds like a way to get your game to explode.
Oh, I really wish you guys could see this guy right now.
Oh yeah.
Drenched in sweat.
That's a good idea. Maybe the piercing. Let's try it out. May need this there though. For safety. Oh, that was a great idea. I wasn't thinking that would get rid of the oh, but the buoyancy in general is the one that that Nutty was saying can crash your game. So, have you ever teleported to non? You're talking about the one where you're like frozen, like your character is like in a state of like, I don't know what you call it, like you're just not like reacting to anything. You just kind of like nudge around. A very long time ago. Do the 2 circles of electric arc, but do a backup save beforehand so you can roll back if it kills your run. Oh god. It's okay if Nala'd. I got you, Hugo. I got you. Okay, so as long as I have the Nala there, you're saying we won't crash? Let's try it out. Let's go shoot some dudes. Shoot some bad guys. Okay. Okay. Let me get some more damage on. Oh, I went to a parallel world and took a portal. Alright, let me. This was not the room clearing wand I was promised. But what do you mean? This does kill everything. Well, I mean, we're in New Game Plus, so they're no longer, you know, dying all the time. Some of them are soaking it. We had to. We cleared the room too well earlier. Oh yeah, we could go eat your vegetables. I bet you that probably applies, doesn't it? Probably applies it pretty well. Fill up my stomach a lot, and then I'm gonna grab eat your vegetables and see if that that damage right there should be enough that we can be lazy with our damage modifiers, and it'll just carry us. The reason I'm doing this now is once you grab eat your vegetables, the water won't fill your character's stomach up anymore. So I have to drink a lot ahead of time. The more filled your stomach is, the more damage you do. But right now, I don't get the additional damage. Right now, I only have iron stomach. So all it does is just lets you eat uncontrollably. You just don't have to care. But then once you grab eat your vegetables, that's whenever it's like, oh, whatever your stomach's at is damage. But now water doesn't fill your stomach, so gotta do this first. Just figured since we are in New Game Plus, if the damage does apply correctly, which I hope it does, but I don't know. I mean, because I don't really do a lot of these not a number builds. Probably been a year and a half plus or some shit. But it would be nice if this damage applies, because then I can just be really lazy with our damage modifiers. I haven't taken eat your vegetables yet in a run. Doesn't it drain pretty quickly? Yes, that's why you like to have iron stomach with it, because then you can just fill your stomach up so high that you can just ignore it for the rest of the run. You could literally play for like 5 hours and not even have to pay attention to it. But if you grab just eat your vegetables by itself, then you're stuck in this weird place where if you overeat, your character will die. So you have to eat just enough so that your character gets a little bonus damage, but not too much that it kills your character. And when you're in that sweet spot, it quickly your character gets hungry really quickly. So then you have to eat again, and you're constantly playing this balance game that is just annoying mainly. Alright, there we go. That should be enough now. Let me just get the water. Yeah, like Snow Lizard said, be careful though. You don't want to accidentally throw up. If you throw up, what will happen is you'll lose all that massive filled stomach. And you'll have to find something else to eat again. Luckily, it's not that hard these days to find a lot of material to eat because of Sea of Mimicium. It makes it real easy. It used to be back in the day that this water strat was like the strat. Now you can just see a Mimicium, the healing, the Hardy Porridge, and you'll be fine. Alright. Can we look at the statue and will it show us the damage? I think it will. Let's look. No, it does not. Well, as you can see, this guy seemed to survive it. He didn't seem to be too worried about it. We cast it. It's at 54 damage. Alright, and then we're going to grab the eat your vegetables. Hopefully this doesn't find a way to hurt us. There's a good chunk more. I think I saw maybe 100 or some shit. Yeah, 480 damage. So that's a pretty good upgrade. The issue is they are tanky beasts now. So let's see something real quick. Double. I don't know if this is right. I don't know if this is gonna... This doesn't seem like it's gonna work how I want it to. This seems like a way it could kill us. Just add a bunch of projectiles.
Do it.
That is true. Amplify the veggies effect that way. Let's, for now, I'll try this. Let's see. Oh, wait. This one's not going to be a good one for doing that, is it? That's not going to be ideal. Alright, let's say that we did it with spitter bolts. And we put that there. How are we looking? Yeah, you're right. That did double it. It did double the damage output, so... In fact, a lot of things died over here. If only I had oil material. Ooh, the lag is... Oh, shit. Oh, shit. You know what? I'm going to take off the Venomous Curse. Oh, they're all ambrosia. Whoops, I wasn't paying attention. Probably should get rid of this guy, giving him the ambrosia effect, shouldn't I? That works pretty well. All the gold. It's like, rise, gold. Just fucking, oh, my buoyancy ran out. No! Hold up. They're all trapped in there. So if we shoot this... Nice. That one dude's like, what happened, everybody? Where'd everybody go? Team? Team? Let me find some more projectiles. I mean, I know we passed a ton of them, but if we get to a holy mountain, I'm sure we'll find some filler bullshit that we can throw in there. Every projectile that we add in there just amplifies the eat your vegetables effect. Of course, we're getting like the lamest ones. Maybe we gotta go back up and grab them. That's fine. That is fine. Actually, we could just even go to a parallel world and grab them there. Can't you put a divide by on your heavy shot? I could, but you gotta remember that that's like, when you do the divide bys on something like a heavy shot, it's gonna be like a little bit of a math problem where we're doing like minus 10 damage, we get a bonus, in this case probably like, what would be 88 damage. But eat your vegetables, just for adding one projectile, we're getting like an additional 400 damage. So I'd rather just find more projectiles to toss in there. But you could, if you're desperate, do like divide by heavy shots. Top right, I guess. Multicast with more projectiles in general for damage. Wait. The more projectile in general for damage. Also, this triple to start is not doing anything. Also, material pixels are totally fine at N. Also, lag here is solo from gold nuggets. You will not escape it. Oh. It's not too bad, though. I mean, the lag is not the worst thing ever. At least it's not locking up, right? The triple is doing nothing? Okay, so we can put that. Is it? Oh, and it's because the wand is the large enough to cast everything. Is why you're saying that. Okay, we'll just go get some more projectiles. Do you have Lumi and oil? Oh yeah, the Lumi. Good one. Wait, the oil for eat your vegetables, will it amplify it? Because I know for concentrated spells it does. Obviously, it itself doesn't get the damage, but for some reason I was thinking with eat your vegetables it did not. But I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. Okay, so triple. Lumi, and then we could double. You're saying put the oil in there? If only we had a crit though. We did pass a crit on oil, which is what makes me so sad. We passed it back in the other world before it got so unstable. If you use Matter Eater in there, would it reduce the lag? I don't think so. I don't see why Matter Eater would save us from lag, but one thing is probably not grabbing the Exploding Corpses perk would have been a good idea. Oh shit, wait, how much damage was that? Like some good damage popping off right there. Oh shit, everything's dead. Lots of spark bolts. There's our buddy. In fact, I'm gonna kill him regularly, because I want to see a lot of enemies clumped up. Alright. Here we go. First we gotta get rid of the invincibility guy. And then the invincibility guy's gone. We cast this. Looks like some pretty good damage. Hey, what's up, Ionic? How's it going, man? And then afterwards of the lag of the everything being like rise, rise, gold. And then after a moment, it all just goes boom. There it goes. All right, let's try this out. Bro just became Magneto, pulling all the gold and killing everyone around him. It's necessary, alright? Don't judge me. I'm one of the good guys. Alright, here we go. Apparently there was some guy, there was a swapper that was way off screen that it hit and swapped me with. Damn, that took me some distance. How many enemies are around here? Hopefully we don't get ourselves polyed goofing around. Oh, we have to get a little bit more damage, I guess, to kill these guys. Close, though. Because, yeah, 3,000 damage is not enough to kill them. Not all of them, at least. We have lots of room for damage. A lot of room. In fact, if you're gonna add damage in this scenario, I think one of the best things to add probably would be, like, spark bolts. Polycircle with damage on it kills basically everything. You're talking about the circle of metamorphosis. The issue was I was a little bit scared because of the piercing. I was like, is it gonna find a way to like lose ownership or some shit? And I didn't know. Like, as Nutty had said, if you have just piercing on it, it doesn't. With normally it would if you have piercing on it, but if apparently with Nan builds that doesn't matter. But if you lose ownership and have piercing, then it could. That scares me. Yeah, the other one that makes sheep. Oh yeah, yeah. If I had the sheep one, then I'd be set. Those actually could work. Okay, so that is 4 projectiles right there. I mean, that's 4 there, right? And then we want to add another 4. This adds 2. This adds 3. Stop shooting at me. 1, 2, 3. So 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our damage should have went up even higher. Though our stomach is starting to empty out a little bit. That part kind of sucks. You don't need the multicast. Oh, we don't need. I thought we had to keep them inside the payload to make sure that it will deliver it correctly to the buoyancy. It'll be fine outside of it. Nutty says you do need the multicast. Okay, I thought maybe there was something really funky going on with the non, where it's like you just put whatever. Because if we didn't have the multicast there, I believe it would just apply the damage to the spitter bolt timer, and not the buoyancy, probably. Something like that. Oh, here goes some bad guys. Killing the bad guys. Drunk AI, maybe. Oh, look at this. This is a good bolt kill. Oh, look at this one. It's gonna feel real good. Nice. Somehow that one little dude avoided the damage. That one little guy, he's like right down here. He's like, holy shit, where'd everybody go? Oh, he was a minion that got pooped out of the CEO. I was wondering. It's like one of those wind tunnels on a game show where you try to catch all the money. It's like, you only grab like 3 nuggets of gold, even though there was like thousands of them laying there. I'm like, I got 10 gold. Like, somehow you failed. Something unrelated but interesting I found, also, gold is forever seems to break if you shift gold to something else. Nuggets start to disappear like normal. Wait, really? So, you grab the gold is forever perk, your game is lagging to shit, and then you shift the gold into a different material and it will go back to vanishing again? I mean, obviously that'd be a hard thing to work out in a run, because usually if you fucked up, there's like no way you're gonna have that shift, but interesting. Explain the goal. We kind of just been enjoying the Nan build, really just kind of having fun, just while we all played Noita, I'm just having a good time. But we are supposed to do an 11 orb run, so we should go to collect some orbs now. Something unrelated but interesting I found is that gold is forever seems to break if you shift gold to McDonald's. I was wondering where you went with this one. It's like, what is this? You're posting? Nuggets start to appear like normal food. How dare you post this anti-nuggets propaganda in my chat. Actually, McDonald's nuggets, I haven't had those in forever. I've told the story many times where I accidentally bit into a McDonald's nugget that was just like pure cartilage, and it was disgusting and scarred me from McDonald's nuggets for like a decade. Okay. Pfft. Avoided it, and then it took the damage right afterwards. Like, oh, nice. Woo! From my experience, gold is forever gets blamed much more than it deserves. Be careful about attract gold, though. Honestly, I haven't, you know, from the early days, whenever we had all these crashes, I stopped grabbing it altogether back then, and I've just never, I never looked back. Never returned. McDonald's nuggies made me sick. Never again. I believe it. Too much gristle, same happened to me. Never gonna eat that shit. Yeah, I eat Wendy's nuggets though. I'll eat theirs, but McDonald's, yeah, it killed it for me. I can't trust them. Oh, that's what we could do right now. We could go down in this area. Probably a good amount of enemies, yeah. Who the fuck has a problem with McDonald's nugs? Trust me, Josh. If you bit into the nug that I bit into, you would be with me on this one. Because I used to eat them all the time. Then I bit into that one. I'm telling you, it was a huge thing of cartilage. It was fucked. It was nasty. And I could never eat another McDonald's nugget. I was traumatized. I've got that nuggy trauma. That's fucked. Never had that myself. I get it. Yeah, it's probably like purely mental at that point, right? Because I can eat nuggies from other places, but yeah, it kind of like makes me gag. Just thinking about like, oh. Where's that orb room, man? Shouldn't it be? It should be around here. Should be around these parts. Oh, there we go. Found it. Eh. Casting this spell looks like an anime superpower. Circle of Death! Oh, this guy survived it. How fucking dare you? Means I need more damage. Rather add mana if we're really in the mood. I remember somebody had a chicken eyeball and a McDonald's nugget. Oh, yo, what the fuck? That may have... If that happened to me, I may be done with nuggies forever. I may have to retire my nuggie career if that happens to me. I'd commit mix seppuku. What is the McDonald's version of that exactly? Is that just where you just all in on one of their... I don't know, I'm trying to think of a fillet of fish or some shit. It's like a cry for help. Give me 20 fillet of fish. I'm going out like a champ. That's just the Super Size Me documentary. Which apparently is like controversial because we were like, that guy lied. He was like an alcoholic and had all these other issues. I don't know if this is how accurate that is, but yeah, I remember seeing Super Size Me. I didn't know that supposedly it was a tainted... what would you call it? Yeah, it's all true. The tainted experiment. Yeah, it's not like I'd defend McDonald's, but it was scuffed. You're like, listen, I don't want to be on McDonald's side, but that guy was I mean, I'd be pissed if I was McDonald's in that case. I'd be like, you piece of shit. I mean, they already know their stuff's unhealthy, but they're like, at least be accurate.
Did you hear the recent story from Turkey? A guy was eating and chewing on a chip in his meat. He brought the chip to the vet and it belonged to a racing horse which was supposed to be in care. It's recent guess you still can find the story.
What? I just hear. What do you mean it belonged to a racing horse? What do they... What's the story I just heard? You're saying that there was a piece of meat and somebody was like, this is Carl. He's a racing horse. And you're like, well, shit, Carl's delicious. How the fuck would that work? What the hell? I don't understand the logic on that one. I sent some random non-number circle and chase check this if somebody wants to see how high you can go. But short answer is yes, you can get the Gods Are Afraid in one shot. Oh, there you go. Let's see it. Okay, where is this? He links me to this one here, and he shows the build here, and then he shows. Oh shit. The GIF, it's too tiny. Hold on, let me play it in. Wait, will it? VLC, open it, please. Oh, why is it so tiny? Oh. That's one hell of a blur. But at the very least, you can see the build, which is here. Which is heavily crit on water. Ooh, lots of damage, lots of self-damage. That sucks. I wanted to get some crits in this one, but I just haven't been able to snag it. And then Circle of Vigor is the thing that's carrying the damage to the enemies. Huh. Alright, we need to grab the orb that's down here. Ooh, enemies. Die! No survivors. Somewhere around here, I think. Yep. Yep. Number 6, we need 5 more orbs. Like an anime scene, you just click your fingers and they all died in slow motion. I can jump behind each one of them individually and say nothing personal, kid, and I just snap their neck. Let's go to the Frozen Vault for a moment. There's usually a large amount of enemies grouped together over here. Actually, wait, now this Frozen Vault area is going to be kind of fucked, isn't it? Because we're in New Game Plus. Let's see. Actually, no, it's not bad. Still a good clump. Actually, wait, I wonder if I just kind of injure these a little bit. Oh, the Exploding Corpses makes it so that they all die. Damn, it really goes some distance, doesn't it? We're heading down to an orb that's down the lake. When you're in New Game Plus, it puts an orb in an unusual spot down here. Or can put it in an unusual spot, I guess. I forget, how large is the spawn area in the lake? Let's find out. New Game Plus, orb area. Okay, it's pretty far in, actually, isn't it? Oh. Wait, never mind. We're good. Oh, hey, found it. Yay. Follow the right wall, we'll be good to go. I think I may have spawned in a bridge boss there. We need 4 more orbs. Are we in New Game Plus? We've been goofing around with the not a number stuff, and we put a modifier on there that caused that last world that we were in to kind of like lock up. So the only way to stabilize our game, well, I'm sure there's other ways, but the way that was the easiest for us to do was to just go to New Game Plus so that our game would stop locking up every 2 seconds. And here we are. And it's been running much better now. Now we're actually getting to use our stuff, and I also am kind of not goofing around with the modifiers as much as I was, so that we don't fly too close to the sun and break things again. Oh, that's true. That's a great idea, Nutty. I was like, oh, Pit Boss is going to spawn, and just ran off. I didn't even think. Just hit him with the non, because it does hit it in like a single instance, right? So it should pump some serious damage to him. We'll give him a spanking in a second. Hold on, or we'll try to. Ooh. Oh, a little bit of lag. For anyone who wants to share gifts with Dunk in better quality, I posted a script to upscale them, and Chase checked this. Oh, thank you, Latali, helping out. If anybody's interested, let's see. Yeah, he posted a script. Produces stuff like this, he said. There you go. Thank you, Latali. Hand out the pro tips to the community. Yeah, because sometimes it's tricky whenever you export a GIF and then you go to share it, and then at the end you're like, wait, why does it look like garbage? Create those high quality GIFs. Where the hell is our... There it is. I knew it was over here. And the quality still looks ass. Well, you're comparing the GIFs to like actual recordings, like yeah, the OBS recordings and stuff. Keep in mind it was still did you say a GIF? Hemi, do not start with me. You mean the GIFs? Fucking called it a GIF himself. Me? GIF. I was just reading chat. Alright, spawn in the bridge boss. Bridge boss, where are you? Alright, there he is. Oh! Yeah, tried to swap me into trouble there. We just insta him with the not a number, which he dropped some stuff way down there, but whatever. Alright. Been 2.5 hours since the last one. I beg you, Dunk, I'm gonna have to leave for the no internet zone soon, and I want this awesome bikini. Please go faster. We're getting there. We're getting there. In fact, we may have enough time to do at least one Twitch integration bet afterwards too, after this run. Let's see. We're about to be fighting an 11 orb boss. Oh hey, look at all this. Oh shit, that swap would. You see how far back that swap went? God damn. Swappers everywhere. Ooh, lots of bad guys. Why is gold flying around? Because we're using a circle of buoyancy to do all of our killing. So this leads to me being able to like point my cursor up, and then all of the gold will rise. That's in the, like the under the buoyancy effect. But then after a little while, it loses the buoyancy effect, and it all just falls back down. Is it possible to use add trigger in a payload? Yeah, they were saying earlier it is possible. You're talking about like the to make it when it hits enemies. Somebody was saying that it is possible, but I haven't done any of that today. In fact, this was the thing that made our game freeze up earlier. We put personal lightning caster and we cast it, and every enemy in the area got affected by it, and it got pretty rough. How effective is this build against bosses? For instance, the Kiwi fellow, would he insta you? Well, he reflects the damage. Well, it actually amplified, so yeah, it would hurt pretty bad. If you saw, I just one-shot the bridge boss. As long as the damage type that you're doing is the correct damage type, I mean, it's really effective. In fact, we're about to be fighting the, fighting Kolmi. We're gonna see how effective it is against him. Remember, he's actually gonna have the health of a 12 orb boss because, ooh, yeah, it's a little disappointing, isn't it? He's got some HP. In fact, we may have to hit him with some regular damage. Hold up now. Hold up now. A little scary. apparently our non-shit wasn't quite hitting the like it was supposed to, but I was a little scared to mess around with it because of the poly shot, so I just shot him with the standard. Would this fail the bet because you didn't kill the 11 orb with the non-wand? Oh, God, come on. That was not part of the bet. It was just to do a non-build, which is what we've been doing for like the whole run. Well, for several hours now. See? Oh, shit. Yeah, it's not messing around anymore out here. Bet lost. Whoa, whoa, whoa. There was no specification that we had to use it to kill the boss. Locking the loss, bullshit.
Well, gentlemen, it seems we have a dumbass among us, but we can't just watch him die, can we?
Go this way. Do this. Gotta make sure we don't die where the peasants die, though. That would be embarrassing. There we go. And get our wand all set up. And thank you, by the way, to everybody in chat. Indoor Cat, Nutty, all those people. Kubi, of course. Latali, that's a given. To helping us get our not a number build going. Again, the cool thing about these circle of spells, whenever you actually get them to the point that they reach that not a number status, the non-status, it's cool. You just kind of like throw modifiers on it and see how it works. The bad part is, you know, as you saw earlier, I kind of fucked around with stuff too much, and then I end up crashing my game, and it was lagging to shit. So that's why sometimes when you're doing crazy wand science, and you're like, oh, what does this spell do? One little mistake, and you're like, oh, shit. But luckily, you know, Nutty had said it, once we put the null on there, that would help at least with the buoyancy, keeping that from crashing for that one reason. But we threw away the lightning caster, which was definitely locking our game up in a pretty big way earlier. But no, we did not do the non-hook bolt. You can actually teleport the player to non, giving you a blue screen. Is there anything you can do afterwards? You can actually teleport the player to non. It needs some setup not to crash, though. Oh. Teleport back to regular coordinates, leaving your camera stuck there. Polymorphine resets the camera, and then the run can continue as normal. Nothing to gain from that, just being fancy. Maybe in the future. Maybe one day we'll goof around with it. Just some Noita jank. Hold up, hold up. The power of saving grace. Can you pull the sun with buoyancy? I don't think so. I've never seen that happen, but it could. I've never tried it. No frog death. One of these days I'll remember. Suicide by frog. As we hit win number 2,686, let's lock in the win. That was fun doing a non-build. We haven't done that in forever, and maybe we'll toy around with some more of them in the near future. Next time, my goal, well, Circle and Buoyancy actually ended up being pretty cool. Like it wasn't bad. I think though, for probably to not have to deal with any lag or any of that crap, we probably would be hoping for like Circle of Shielding. Probably would be pretty smooth at doing damage without the effect of like all the gold being like picked up and all that kind of stuff. And then we also, Circle of Stillness would have been pretty nice. Circle of Thunder would have been good. But yeah, I didn't see those. We had so much damage, Circle of Vigor probably would have been good too. I was just using it for my healing wand every once in a while. But once you have enough damage that you just kill an enemy before the heal can kick in, that would have been just fine for me. But oh well. All right. Hit me with a good range. If I see one non-respectable range in here, I swear to God, 15 to 29, and it's said by Conga. 15 to 29. And he typed it the fastest, which means that clearly he's the one we should listen to. Not ignore Sakaroth the Moth, big time. That's not a range, Aqua. That's the same number twice, you fool. All right, 15 to 29. You know what? It's the end of our weekend stream. The weekend's not over yet, but it's the end of my streaming for the weekend. It is Sunday morning. It's currently 8 a.m. I'm about to get some breakfast, but before that, I got to get a TI win to flex on the haters out there, or at least a TI bet. We'll win it. We'll win it. Noita Solar TI 15 to 29. That is going to be our final run of the day. Me versus you, chat. It's 1v1. Well, actually, you guys, while your chat is like one entity, it is actually you're made up of many entities, but yeah, let's not get technical. Point is, I'm going to beat your ass, okay? Spoilers, I'm about to farm a dub on you scrubs. So if you're out there and you're a believer, type exclamation mark yes, but if for some reason you have a tiny brain, a low IQ, feel free to identify yourself in the chat right now by typing exclamation mark no to let the world know of your tiny brain. Why do I see so many no signs? It's kind of pissing me off. Now, I was already going to crush you guys, but now I'm going to crush you guys even harder. I thought maybe I would make it look like a struggle. I would look like I'm having a hard time getting the win. But after seeing all these no signs, I'm going to get the win. I'm going to do it no hit. You know what? I'm not even going to take a speck of damage. That way you never even had an ounce of hope that I would die. I'm sorry. You deserve it. Holy shit, my thing is way scrolled up. Oh my goodness. What do we got here? Oh, baby. People were believing in today's daily run. Golden yes sign even going out to Injuno. Congratulations, my guy. Congrats, congrats. 7 streaks going out to Monty, Bepotate, Non-Antagonistic, Simple Banana, Lurker, Shamwo, Big B, Mr. Rackaro, Schlapsky, Virtual Butt, Cabby, Duke Marriott. Woo! Johnny's, he's fucking, it's his battle cry. Or is his mating call. I haven't decided which one it is. Anyone have an extra of today's cosmetic? Well, the shop's going to be opening here in a bit, Johnny. You could just grab one there. And Juno with the 7 streak. Psycho Indian, Colonoscopete, 68, Laup Clet, Turnip Juice, Mark Boy, Calamineth, Elder, Zerthog, Spartan, Mac Matonin? Nailed it. I nailed it, Mac. You know, it was perfect pronunciation. Lazy Elon, Peckwooder, Space Monkey, Carniera, Aquelos, Finger Blister. Damn, that was a lot of 7 streaks. And even the 14 streakers are a pretty good group. Sakaroth the Moth, Quantum Sleep, Shadow King, King of Squid, Untold Story, and Torakoishi. Very nice on the back-to-back 7s, the 14 in a row. Then the 3 7 streaks in a row, 21 to Dempsey Time and Gold Dragon, which you guys would normally be at the top of the mountain, except for Russ Leon had to flex on you with his 28 prediction streak. That is a massive streak. 28 predictions without making a mistake even one time. Respect to you, Russ Leon. Respect. Nobody to hate but themselves. The Plague Doctor is in along with Broy Vula. Congrats to you two on being so stupid you threw your streaks away. Well, maybe hey, I'm talking shit, but honestly, maybe you wanted to get rid of your negative streaks. You were ashamed of being wrong so often, so you decided to be right. Maybe. I mean, you were one short of a dunce cap, but maybe you didn't want the dunce cap. All right, the final bet, the final run, I did agree on only 4 vote choices, of course. You guys think you deserve more than 4? It's not fair. 15 to 29. I mean, that's a spicy range, but I'm a generous god, so I said sure. Apply. This one's for the believers out there. Actually, you know what? Hold on. Just so that the believers feel confident. Can't have them being nervous. Title. Thank you, Vialet. Thank you. Just to make sure no... Hey, mods! Deal with that. Hold on, I apologize. Production was hacked. Hold on, one moment. Okay, there we go. We regained control. Now, as you can see, this crown right here should make it obvious. You're about to be watching a god gamer in his natural habitat. So if you're new in the channel, take out your pen and paper. You're going to want to take notes. What you're about to see is called Noita Perfection. This is only motivated me more, Bobo, to crush your hopes and dreams. I hope you know that. Don't overthink it. All right, okay. Start the Wicked's ready to go. He's ready. He said, "Let's get sweaty." That's his exact words, right, Wicked?
Best case scenario. Think about this. Best case is that you die.
You love to see it. Love to see it. Listen, I won't make that same mistake again. You may have lucked out yesterday. Today's a different day. No riz.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
This damn toxic sludge off me, man. Alright, we have enough gold. Oh shit, oh shit. We have enough gold that I should be able to just...
Is he gonna be okay? He looks so scrumptious.
This is good. This is good. This is big. Saving grace. Alright. Let's do work. Remember what I told you. God Gamer, natural habitat, all that good stuff. I don't remember how quick the damage ticks on this. Oh god. There we go. There you go. Why do I grab contact damage every time I end up regretting it? Am I stupid? Probably. A little bit more juice. A little more flavor. Ooh. That was kind of close. Player Ghost? You dangerous? Chat, shut your mouth. You don't get to answer that. You don't get to answer for that. Oh shit. Oh baby.
Well, gentlemen, it seems we have a dumbass among us, but we can't just watch him die, can we?
Oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. Oh! 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 That's being a little bit of a jerk right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Kind of rude. But because I'm a nice guy, I'll allow it. You know me, just doing my... Holy shit! Dude, the fuck? No, 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 no! Oh baby, hold up.
Magnitude is extremely improbable.
Oh! I fucking hate you guys so much right now. I fucking hate you so much. Oh my god! The ghost! Oh my god! No! You... What happened? What do you mean what happened? Do you not see that?
20 subs for the throw.
No, Daily, no. I had the ghost copy the black hole.
I've been dropping loads around this fucking house like a goddamn dump truck.
I had the ghost copy the black hole. But then when you guys cast that fucking Giga black hole, the ghost, instead of copying my black hole, copied your guys' Giga black hole. So then I tried to overwrite the copy by casting the black hole again on top of the ghost. But because of the way Giga black hole works, it just kind of sits around longer. So it didn't matter. Every time I would overwrite it, it would just rewrite it back onto the angry ghost again. It'd be like overwrite, rewrite, overwrite, rewrite. Oh my God. Can I report this to the devs? This is a glitch.
Oh, cheer up. Could be worse.
Yeah, you could be bald.
In case you're curious, I was about 9 seconds away from victory. 9 seconds from it being in the bag. Shut the hell up, Bobo. Shut your mouth.
Bald Gamer really thought he had us there with that great.
What do you
value
mean?
cheese.
You got so
Try harder
lucky.
next time, little buddy.
The fact that it spawned it in that exact position that the ghost overwrote in the first place is so lucky. Or unlucky on my part. Luckiest seed of the month and you throw it? That's not what? I didn't throw. That's so lucky by you guys. That is so scummy though. That is filthy. Downright filthy. I'm just, dude. Thank you for the 20 bomb, but that was not a throw. That was like, I made all the right choices and I got punished for it. For being too good. That's what just happened. And you guys are just sitting there, being all smug. That's fucked up. Fucked up. Saccharomyces, thanks for the 21 monther. Appreciate you. Okay, now the game's just taunting me. Shut my trade down saying he was, wait, what? Dunk, shut my trade down saying he was opening shot. I'm sorry, it's about to open right now, Johnny. Hold on. I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew that I am an elite god gamer by showing, what the hell? Did it just destroy my entire hearty porridge with just a little bit of lava? Is that supposed to happen? That doesn't seem normal. What in the scamming is going on today? Okay, here we go. Yeah, there you see that? Intentional. It's called tactical. You guys wouldn't understand strategy. We may have a little bit of a problem right now. We may have... Don't worry, we'll figure this problem out in just a little bit, I'm sure. I drank the wrong one, damn it. No, I need that flask, you piece of shit. What the? Wait, are they not friends? Why'd the thing just go ham on me like that? What was that? Saw through your bullshit. It's like, I know you're him. Just fucking lit me up. How are there, every time you guys luck into the most insane wins, there's always like a billion of you guys getting streaks on it, and then you act so smug afterwards, like you're like, oh yeah, we knew the whole time. You were 9 seconds away from losing the run. 9 seconds later, and that run's over. It's done. It's a win. Napoleon Dynamite, you toxic no fuck. Get off of my screen, you disgust me. Lukey Micro with a 7 streak. Forsyte, Amoeba of Doom, Nutsy, Malarin, This Is Me, The Joker, Napoleon, Whiskey Informant, Vinnick. 9 seconds later, you got teleported into lava. No, I'm not talking about the one with teleportitis. I'm talking about the previous one. That one, there's no way. How did he teleport into lava, motherfucker? I had black holes. I was digging there. I'd have to jump into the lava willingly. The teleportitis one, yeah, that one was fucked. But that one also was bullshit because I got eat your vegetables, which you guys immediately destroyed my flask, and so I had nothing to eat. That's just trash. 7 streaks for Snack Fwin, Fanal, Brian Eddy, and Zytarius. -7 going out to Wydak and Snake, 14, 1, 2, 14. 14, 12, 14. And then we got the back-to-back 7 streaks going out to Section, Draco, Koyan, and Extraterrestrian. All 4 of them getting 14 predictions in a row correct. They should all be 0, but sure, you can have your 14 streaks for now. Chase throws a fast one. The crowd is stunned. DunkOrSlam. Probably a bot. Probably doesn't even matter. Wasn't even a real person. Don't act like it was a real person. It was an imposter. Zytio raid? Sure, I'm down with the Zytio raid. Lukey Micro, if that's what you want to do, that's where we can go. What is Zytio doing right now? He's playing a game called Lucid Blocks. Lucid Blocks. Alright, chat was wanting to go on a raid. Chat say Zytio or Snek, first to say. Where's Cam? Where's my camera? What the fuck? My bad. I don't know how that happened. Which was first to say it? The first one I see, hold on, an authentic A. I'll give you a moment. I'll see what you were saying too. The first person to say was, he's gone. You disappeared. Lukey Micro said Zytio. All right, so we're gonna go with Zytio just because it's the first one I see according to my chat logs. If you don't believe me, it's right there. But Snek is awesome too. He's playing Noita right now. If you guys are interested, what is authentic A talking about? It says, hey Dunk. The wand you built acted like the Archangel's staff of Apocalypse from Diablo 1. Those who know. Might need to be Unk. I actually never played Diablo 1. My first Diablo was Diablo 2. So, I know, I'm breaking your heart.
Rest well, Leoric. I'll find your son.
Yeah, sounds about right. Well, honestly, the exploding part, though, was the exploding corpses. That was the main part that made it look a little bit crazy. Drenched in sweat. Who hit us with love? We're about to be throwing out a raid. You're distracting us. Draugo with the 5-monther. Almost missed subscribing. Aw, thank you, Draugo. I appreciate you, dude. I'm actually going to be sending you guys on over to Zytio, who's doing a little bit of marbling. If you guys want to watch Zytio play with his marbles, I'm going to send you guys over there. If you guys don't know, Zytio is an awesome dude. We met him through Noita. He's hilarious. You guys will have a fun time with him. Keep in mind that there will be sensory overload. Don't hit me with the hum. Listen, if you want to play with his marbles, just ask him about it. He'll explain everything you need to know. And Snek is on playing Noita. If you guys are interested in watching some more Noita play. And in fact, Snek went insane last week during our Noita competition. And he grabbed like 30 perks or some crap in like 30 minutes. It was some of the most perks I've ever seen grabbed in such a short period of time. He was going ham. He went sicko mode in Noita. So if you want to stop by there to watch some great Noita gameplay, I believe you'll have some fun times And I think later he's going to be playing Noita together, but right now there's some server issues, I think, with Noita together that Mind's Eye will have to fix. That we'll see if he's able to fix it later today or not. Snek is not bald. What? He's a snake. Snakes are definitely bald. What snake have you met? Oh, Mind's Eye said he just fixed it. Oh, good morning, by the way, Mind's Eye. Good to see you. Apparently he just fixed it. So if you're looking to play some more, if you're looking to play some Noita together, apparently head over to Snek Gregory's stream because you'll probably be doing that in just a little bit. I'm assuming. I don't know. I'm not. You have to go ask him. I don't know the details of it all. But I'll see you guys in a couple days. I'm going to be off tonight and tomorrow. I'm going to be doing some programming, maybe a little bit of Dota 2, and then I'll be back Tuesday night. In Texas, it'll be Tuesday night for Dark Souls 2. Thank you for all the love and support, chat. Can't even talk. Thank you for the awesome times. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the memories. And I'll see you guys in a couple days. Stay sweaty, stay awesome. A couple days, chat. Not 15 hours. A couple days. Deuces. Nutty must give a hell of a blowjob.